Hello everyone and welcome to, I believe it's episode 17. That's what it says on the screen anyway. I may have actually forgotten between the moment that I checked and the moment that we put it up, but regardless, we are back for some Spiritfarer. Let's go ahead and hit continue. And as of the last episode, we're pretty deep into it now. We dropped off Beverly at the Everdoor, which I think is where we still are. There was one more part of the quest where we were going to find some new help for the patients that were at the Overlook Hospital, and that'll probably be where we pick up next. But I do see that Stanley is here. From my house, I can always see the snow, way up in the mountains. Sometimes there was snow on our house, too. My dad wanted me to go outside with him. We played in the snow. Then he'd run after me. Suddenly he became a monster, but don't worry, it was all make-believe. I know my dad wasn't a real monster, but when he put his arms up and made a funny voice, I just ran. He chased me, but he couldn't catch me up. Then he became my dad again when I stopped and he started laughing. I miss the snow sometimes. Oh, the other thing that we need to go do... Sorry, that reaction is just like... Stanley's a kid, man. It's like, this is a really lighthearted game, but also we're shepherding people to the afterlife, and I don't think that I will benefit from hearing a lot of specific information about how Stanley came to be a passenger aboard the Everferry here. Let me, while we're going, because we've got a little bit of time, let's smelt some gold, which I've never done before. Because, so what we've done with our gold so far is gotten it... Okay, so we definitely need to make sure that it doesn't get too hot. So this is going to be a little bit of a test game. We want to make sure that we can keep it up in the good zone. Now, see, is that... Every once in a while, you'll like overheat it to a point where it can't, but it might be if you go all the way up, like you hit all the way on the right-hand side of the dial. Okay, just grab this with my hands. Okay, 10 gold ingots off those 5 chunks of gold ore. By the way, an early hello to Samalander, by the way. Samalander was interacting in chat earlier. I expressed my hope that he's having a good sauerkraut if left in the cellar. Okay. I mean, well, I don't know how much sauerkraut I'm going to need. Let's put in some. And then we'll put in some milk, because I've got a lot of it. And then, what did we discover that yogurt turns into? Cheese, I think. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get some more cheese. It's probably a good cooking ingredient. But yeah, what we've been doing, at some point, somehow, some way, I came up with 8 gold ore, and we have been using the turtles to replicate that into a lot more gold ore, I hope. I do not know how much gold ore we need, but it does not seem to be. Go figure that gold would be something of a rare commodity. So we are doing our best to make sure that we do not run out anytime soon. All right, let me do this. So, Samalander, your D&D is next week, right? Because it wasn't this week, or did I miss it? I'm pretty sure it was last week, and then it will be again next week. Are you all done? Okay, I'll see you later. All right, let's clean the side of the boat. Oh. See, there, as soon as I start to go fast... Okay, that's a good cleaning of the side of the boat. So, we're going to smelt some more gold in a sec. If I remember correctly, we gave a bunch of gold to somebody else as well. Masha. Let's go ahead over to Masha. We'll pick up that gold ore and plant a little bit more. Samlander says, yes, it will be next week. All right, let's do this while we're waiting. I'm going to go over here. I say the smelter is incredibly efficient in terms of its consumption of coal. Like, I put coal, I put like, what is it, I'm trying to remember how much coal you can put in. It's either like 5 or 10, and I've done that like 3 times in the entire game. Now, granted, I haven't been doing like a super duper amount of smelting at any point, but still, it just is not something that's come up. By the way, that's a straight X push there. It's not like you hold it to do a longer bellows push or anything else. You bellows once, and that's the amount that it goes up. If there's any finesse to it at all, I have not figured that out. Let's travel up near Masha. I guess this is the closest for now. Oh, hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. Hickey, I hope you had a nice Sunday. The weather here, as predicted, turned real nice today. Like, woke up, it was, like, chilly is not really the word for it, but nice and cool in a way that it just reminded me of the conversation that we had with Jab just yesterday, that I really hope that there's a break in the weather where he lives. I think it's New Mexico. It's either New Mexico or Arizona. I tend to forget because I think between he and Harmonious Crow, I believe one of them is in Arizona and the other is in New Mexico, and I tend to just forget which is which. But they've had a lot of bad weather, and then today, like, we had really, really, really nice weather. Got a chance to spend a bunch of time outdoors. We went for a nice walk. Okay, hold on. So I'm accidentally taking that out. Let's put that back in. Now, we're going to be going soon. Let me adjust that down a little bit, and we'll make sure that it starts spinning here as we walk away from Otis's song. Whatever his name is. Oh, hold on. We've got this dude here. Susan is also ready to talk to us. Okay, let's just adjust the... Okay, I guessed well. Jody K says, I'll take Arizona and New Mexico weather over mine. Is it like super humid in addition to being very hot, Jody K? I don't know that I would take... Humidity can be, like, extremely uncomfortable. The temperatures that they're getting, where, like, Jab and Harmonious Crow are, like, they make pavement and asphalt physically dangerous to humans and animals alike. It's a really bad scene where they've been. Hickey saying that the humidity finally broke where he is as well. Been a nice day. That's a big relief. I'm glad for it. Let's feed you some cherries. I said the cherry tree has really been the world champion of, like, animal feed. Also, I don't feel like I've made very much food out of cherries. So let's go see. So Susan is very snide, and she will give us prizes for having completed certain collections. What do you want? Get on with it already. You bore me. Okay, I don't know. I've never found the other mystery figurines, obviously. Okay, I don't have any more of these. Collection finished. Claim reward. Here we go. So, oh, when I did the gold. That's what it was. More ingots. Where are we now? You're right. It doesn't matter. It's all pointless with you. Here's something. Consider it a token of my faith in you. It's not much. Oh, smithy upgrade. All right. I'll take it. Let's see if Susan has anything else for us. No. No. Oh, those are dishes collected. You guys, like, I don't think that 78 is the max either. I think that's where we get our last reward, but it implies that there's, like, over 100 things. So we are going to get a couple more of these here with the gold. You know what? I might be able to finish this thing before we go, because I think that gold might have been the last thing that we needed, and now we can maybe do the alloys. Without humidity, shade is actually cooler than the sun. Sweating actually cools you. Yeah, and that's true. You cannot sweat if it is high humidity, because that's what the humidity is doing. I've made a delicacy. Have some sushi. Feed it to the others. They'll love it. But not for me. Birds hate fish. Everyone knows that. Let me... So, he likes things that are exotic. How about some tuna tataki? Yes, quite good. Oh, wait. I didn't get a hug. Oh, we need to go get somebody's Spiritflower. Wait, who's Spiritflower? Because didn't we get Beverly's last night? What's this? I know. I'm late. I couldn't get off work earlier. Parking in this part of town is a mess, and this place, it's a maze. Listen to me. I'm going on about the parking, and look at you. Are you awake? How are you holding on? Can you hear me, sis? Can you say, Lily is my favorite sister for me? Well, it's true. I'm your only sister, so you don't have a choice there. I wish I could hear your voice. I'd rather have you screaming, Lily, get out of my room. I'd rather have you laughing. I'd even rather have you snoring. Let me come a bit closer. Mom's asleep. It's late, I know. Geez, I'm 2 hours late. Sorry again. No wonder Mom's passed out. Oh, I have a surprise for you. I swung by the house yesterday and got some things. Well, 2 things. First, where is it? There we are. Voila. A bottle of single malt from Mom's secret stash. Don't worry, I'll do the drinking and talking for both of us. And this? Your photo album. It's got some good ones. Cute baby pictures, big family gatherings, embarrassing college parties. The works. Let's start at the beginning. Stella, the adorable baby. Geez, being this cute should be illegal. Give me a second, I'll pour myself a drink. Oh, look at this one. You're so tiny. Where was this taken? What does it say on the back of the picture? Colmar Alsace, 1973? So at the end of the last episode, when we took Beverly to the Everdore, there were some memories. And previously it had been... I need to pause it because time will pass otherwise. Hello to More Than a Mia! As well. Sorry, we just got a story beat. At the end of the previous episode, we took Beverly to the Everdore, and there were some, we went to the Hall of Crystals, and I wasn't sure, but now I'm feeling a little bit more sure that it was rewriting what we thought had happened. Previously, we'd seen some scenes of Stella and somebody who I had thought to be... I could have sworn there was like a romantic thing there, but maybe that was just me misreading. I thought it had been Stella's wife. It turns out that it's Stella's sister, Lily, who we're now discovering is her name. And they were around the bed of somebody who was lying down, but they didn't edit that one. They added a new one of that person who had been in the hospital bed along with Lily being around Stella as Stella was in the bed. And I'm starting to wonder if Stella, as we see her here, is in the hospital bed. And that this is not a memory of Lily. This is something that's happening in the real world. That Lily is sitting at Stella's bed right now. That's my... I'm wondering about that. Because I was trying to piece together those pictures last time. Oh, holy shit with the hug. Okay. That... I don't even know where I was going. I was going to go to the smithy, actually. Okay. Sorry, that was a lot to take in all at once. Let me head back here. It's gonna be weird to sit here and do an improvement on the smithy, or at least look to see what it would take. So we would need a steel sheet. I do not have an XP potion, and a celestial sheet, which I've never made. Well, let's see what we can make. Jody K is saying that she just discovered a cup of noodles that she actually likes. I have had a cup of noodles that taste very filling and refreshing. Like, it's like, wow, this really hit the spot. And I've had cup of noodles that taste like boiled styrofoam. And I attribute a lot of, like, which one I get to, like, the freshness of the cup, because sometimes they're not altogether too careful about the... I got 1 onion out of that? And 1 cabbage. Wow, these do not grow in clumps, do they? I know that in the real world, like, it's one Cabbage Patch Kid per cabbage, but I just, for video game purposes, I guess I thought that they might grow in, like, on this one plot, you'd get a couple cabbages, maybe. This one is a cup of noodle stir-fry hot garlic chicken. That sounds like it would not appeal to Mia at all. I can think of one ingredient in there that would really not make Mia very happy. Now, hold on. Is this lettuce instead of cabbage? Is that why we have two heads? No, we still only get one. I call shenanigans. We can clearly see two very large heads of cabbage here. Let's put in some carrots, even though... Actually, I probably don't need any carrots. Remember when we were growing 100 carrots for What's-His-Face? Because he specifically said that that's what he needed? And I made the mistake of taking him at his word. Okay, let's plant some leeks for some reason. Oh, hello to Jody K. Sorry, Jelly Buns. It was really unwise for Mia to make sure everyone knows how to easily take her down. Wait, what is this? I feel like I missed part of this. What did Mia announce is the way to take her down? Oh, the garlic? I will say this. Mia has an extremely acute nose and an even more acute sense of taste. So I suspect that if somebody tried to slip her garlic, she would discover it immediately. Okay, that's... And then there was nothing else that I needed here. So what I wanted to do is go to the smithy, and I wanted to make anything that we haven't otherwise made yet. Like, I'm relatively sure that I've made brass sheet. What do we need gold for? Like this, electrum sheet. I've definitely never made this because we did not have gold ingot. So we'll put that in there, and we'll go get our stuff out of the cellar. Some fresh yogurt, some fresh cheese, and then we'll put in some more milk. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll put in some yogurt to make it into cheese. I personally contest that yogurt is a halfway point between milk and cheese. That doesn't sound right to me, but in fairness, I've never made either. So, I don't know. Maybe that is how it works. Sorry, Mia's saying I'm a scent sleuth. And Jelly Buns is confirming Mia's kryptonite is garlic. It does have a similar impact on her that kryptonite has on Clark Kent. She sort of falls over and goes, ugh! All of her superpowers are stripped away. Boy, this gold is kind of tough to work. And here they said it was a soft metal. Okay, one electrum sheet. Let's see what else we can make. So rose gold sheet. We're going to make this as well. Oh, and this one's going to come out much faster. This reminds me that we'll probably want to smelt some more copper because I am almost out of... Wait, did this say copper ore or copper ingots? It was gold and copper, but I did not look to see what form it took. We will sort this out in a second. Trying to make sure the hammer, or the Everlight hammer, I'm just going to call it the hammer. The hammer doesn't overheat. Okay, so we've got that. And also, let me look here. It was a copper ingot, so we'll make some of that. Does anything else need gold? Well, I've never done this, even though I could at any time. It's a comet powder that we need. So let me go do that real quick. That should be pretty straightforward. We want to put in some comet rocks. There's a machine in Oxygen Not Included that is basically this, except it's operated by punching bag instead of lever. Jellybuns is saying that she's always found Superman to be kind of lame. I loved Superman when I was a kid, and then as I got older, I became more aware of what my father had always said, that, you know, Superman was a much less interesting character than Batman or Spider-Man, you know, much closer at least to regular dudes, a lot more relatable in a lot of ways, who had a lot more real-world issues to deal with, and who fought past their inherent weaknesses and blind spots to try to do something better for people, that they were more interesting characters from that perspective. When I was young, when I was a little kid, I didn't get it. Like, Superman was so cool. He could fly. I have to say, the whole, like, heat vision thing, I want you all to know that's new, at least to me. When I was young, Superman could look at metal and warm it up to a point where it was, like, uncomfortable for villains to hold on to their guns. What it was not was a lightsaber that just, like, shot out of his eyes with infinite range and 1 billion points of damage. Just could slice through a battleship effortlessly. Superpower creep is a thing, and there's no one for whom it's a bigger thing than Superman. Like, he is drastically more powerful now than he was when I was growing up. And, like, people are gonna go find, like, some comic book that came out 40 years ago that, like, he was punching through suns or something. I'm just saying, like, the version of Superman that I grew up with was way more, like, human. He was a strong dude, but he wasn't, like he is now. So, I want to check real quick. I don't know what the hours are of Susan's place, but I want to see if there's any missing medals. That's specifically why I didn't go anywhere, because I'm thinking that I might have finished this. Yeah, give it here. Here we are. Again, still going strong with the ingots. My hands are literally tied by my profession. I have to accept the trash you bring me. What is it now? Your pocket's full of ingots. Remember to take them out before you go swimming. Thanks to the advice. Here's a little something to show you I care. Not about you, but the act of showing that I care. Oh, I do like Susan. She's the queen of snark. Hello to Jägermeister! Jägermeister, how have the streams been going recently? I don't have any idea where I'm going. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is a worthless animation. We have to go immediately back. Okay, think for a second. It's morning time, so we can go. We're gonna grab the flour out of the mill. And I'm gonna put in some... Sure. Okay, Stanley has something to say. Stella! I've been thinking about my play and how people didn't like it. It's okay. As Mom says, they are entitled to their hope onion. I'm not angry or sad anymore because of it. I guess there are things in life you can't really control, can you? Like, Big Hat? I don't think I can be here anymore. We should go to the Everdore. Will you come with me? I think I'm scared. I don't think I like new places that much, but if you're with me, I think it will be all right. Oh boy, Stanley, I am... This episode feels like it's starting out really heavy, all I'm saying. Let's get the gold, but we are going to prioritize taking Stanley where he wants to go. I wanted to look at the smithy upgrade again, because I don't remember what it was. So the XP potion remains a total mystery to me. The steel sheet should be doable, and I've got the gold ingots. Let's make the steel sheet before I forget. Again, whatever we need, it should be pretty straightforward, and, you know, we can smelt it while we're on the path. Steel sheet, easy peasy. And look how fast it is, too. Jägermeister says he's not doing too bad. Just got home from day 2 of his pickleball tournament. Oh, really? Managed to get silver? Congrats! Even tying the gold medal team for a win-loss record, but lost against them in a head-to-head. Jägermeister, congratulations. I feel like getting silver in like any sort of tournament is awesome, with the only exception being if there were only 2 teams entered. Then it's sort of like that. But yeah, otherwise, I think that's awesome. Hold on, he drew something else. Oh, we're not going to get to see all of his pictures. I did this drawing for you. It's a drawing of Giovanni. Please wait to throw it into the shredder until you've dropped me off at the Everdor. I'm not... Giovanni is not really mine to be mad about. Hold on. Yeah, see, the wind is changing even now. Did we arrive where we're going? I think we might have. Yeah. I wonder if I saw, if it didn't say like just drawing of so-and-so, would I recognize them? If it just said like Stanley's drawing number 1, do you think that I would? I don't know if I would recognize it, is all I'm saying. Oh, we have to put on our Twilight outfit too. I went 4 and 4 yesterday, placing 6 of 9. So far better today. 6 and 1 today. Awesome, Jägermeister. I've never done anything like that in a competitive setting. Nothing even close to that good. And by the way, like, that's not a, like, oh, but I could if I tried. No, I've tried. I don't know if it's the competitive setting or I don't put it in the practice. I'm just not good at things. So it's always really impressive to me when people are able to... Let's plant a maple tree. And then I actually have less aluminum than most things, so I'm going to plant some aluminum. Okay, let's say goodbye to Masha. Goodbye. I wonder, like, why giant turtles? I'm fine with it. I think that the giant turtles are cool. I like having them... You know, you plant things on their shells. You know, you're planting ore and they make more ore. It doesn't make any sense at all. But I'm just like, of all the animals that it could be dragons. It could be like a giant undersea jellyfish. Like, it could be so many different things. I'm just curious on the turtle part. Like, what I'm saying specifically is that like an element of lore, like about the river Styx or something that I just don't know about? A reference. Think for 1 second. Where was I going? Where was I going? I guess we should head to the Everdor, I guess. It really is, I think, going to be best to go here, because otherwise we're going through all sorts of lightning storms and such. Jellybun said, I'm not good at things, says a guy I feel like always be good at things. Well, there's a major difference between being good at things, let's say this, appearing competent at things in a vacuum where there's no one to compare against, versus what Jägermeister's doing, which is going to an actual, oh, it was almost done. Going to an actual competition and, like, showing his stuff up in front of everybody. And, like, Jellybuns, like, look at what you're able to do with art. Like your VTuber rig with the art that you draw live on stream with the commissions that you do. That, to me, is amazing. Like, it really is. You are better at art you don't like than I'll ever be at anything. And that's not, like, false bravado. You have talent that people pay for because they recognize your skill, your ability to work with them and to reflect what they can only express in words and maybe crude drawings, you're able to actually bring to life. Like, I don't want to make like a tra-la-la thing here, but like everybody's good at something, and not everybody is going to be good at competitions. Competitions are one of those things that I'm not good at. And I think it's super cool when people like Jägermeister likes pickleball enough that he wants to better himself, so he goes into these competitions not with this like hardcore drive to win, like he's out of Cobra Kai or something like that, but rather because he knows that the competition is going to be a way to advance his skills and then put them to the test against other people, or at least that's how I assume he processes it. I think that's all like just super cool. Okay, let's go to the Everdor. Ugh. I need for Stanley to just be up and chipper on his way out, or else this might be a short episode, you guys. And if you're wondering, well, if I'm worried about why am I bringing him there, it's because it's his time. I talked about this before. I just can't stomach the idea of saying to somebody who's like, there's somewhere I need to be, and you're the person who has to take me there, and for me to be like, well, I'll get around to it. I sort of have like some crops I want to water first. Oh, we are literally there, because all of a sudden I can't water the crops. Stanley has not asked for much. He really hasn't. He wanted to take over the guest room and put on a play, and have some experimentation done, because he's a kid and it would be fun, and he wants to see what's up. I don't know where he's going. Possibly back to his room. Can we go yet? You decide. Yeah. Thanks. If there was like a hold down A to walk slowly button or something so that you could walk with them instead of like dashing ahead. Mia was going to scream, "Take it!" at Jelly Buns if she did not accept the praise. Hold on. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say. I almost forgot. Okay, I can't with this. I liked it when it was just you and me. Man, doing experiments. Can we stipulate that there are words on screen that I don't need to be the one to say them? Doing experiments and running around chasing dust shades. Okay, give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna let people read this, because I'm not gonna be able to. And I'm sorry, I wanna... The writing in the game is good, you know? All right, so give me just another minute. I'll be right back. Okay. We're gonna try to continue. I was thinking very, very much about having this actually be the shortest stream I think that we've ever done and calling it there. But with an extra few moments, I think we're going to continue and not talk about that, at least not for right now. The writing in this game can be very effective, and if you've seen me bid farewell to anybody else in the Everdor and been like, oh, I wonder if he's really engaging with the story and the characters, there's some of them that hit a lot harder than others, and that was one of them. Hello to Hayes and that K, and also to Samalander. I think Samalander's been here since the beginning, but he had also asked, like, but yep, we're back. If you need to cut short and take care of yourself, everyone will understand, says Jelly Buns. Absolutely true. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I feel like I've got some more left, so let's hug Lily here. One quick note, when we saw a spirit flower here, I don't know if it was, in fact, a lily. It would be extremely strange to me if Lily's spirit flower was not itself a lily, but that's a separate thing. Kay, I hope that you're having a great weekend so far. And as Kay said, boy, what a time to come in. Yeah, it's of all the moments. So I do notice that I can't interact with anything, which implies that there's still... Start the event? I don't... Sure. This appears to be one of the few things that I can do. Like, I can't interact with the crops. I might be able to interact with my bed, Stella's bed, I'm not sure. I'm finally starting to figure out their tricks where they... Oh my goodness. Mia, thank you very, very much for the cheer. I would like to talk about, like, why that one was so effective, similar to Alice's, and I just... don't think that I'll make it very far into that explanation. Yeah, like, I can't interact with this. We can now see, I believe Stanley's spirit flower is ready. Let's go obtain that. Like, there's probably a significance... Oh, is it the mushroom? Yeah. So that makes sense for him, of course. There's probably significance to... Yeah, I still can't interact with this. Let's go to bed, and if things are still a little bit wonky after bed, we've discovered through a previous, like, uh-oh moment, that if we exit and come back in from the main menu, then everything works properly. Mia, thank you very, very much for the cheer, and hello to Grumpy. I decided to call Moo Bunny, and now she's all offended, saying that I want her dead. I miss the legend of the bunny. Apparently, Moo had a very close call with a bunny who was in fact unharmed, but now people are saying, yeah, I still can't interact with things. Let's ring the bell. No, I can't even do that. So this is feeling a little bit weird. Let's save and quit, and then we'll come right back in. Because that helped the last time that things got a bit odd. Mia is saying, by the way, Grumpy, Mia watched the clip, and the bunny scared her. I know what scares me when I'm out and about. Skunks. Okay? Little worried that I still can't interact with this. Okay, ditto here. Boy, this is gonna be one of our least even episodes ever if I can't figure out how to do any tasks. Yes, okay, so let's take it one step further now. I'm going to quit the game and then we'll come back in. So let's employ the magic of editing and see if we can just make this a quick blink for everybody. Okay, and we should be back. Let's go ahead and hit continue, and with a little bit of luck, we will be able to continue on with our chores aboard the boat. Can we ring the bell? No. Can we set a course for somewhere else? Okay, well, this works, I hope. So let's go here. Yes. Maybe once we leave the Everdor, we can interact with things again. Not so far. Nope. I really hope that things didn't break. That would be a weird reason and place for the... Oh, hold on. We were able to empty this now. Can we put some more... Okay. Things are starting to feel a little bit more functional again. There we go. Okay. Maybe we just had to leave the Everdor. Yeah, Wood, I hope that your Sunday has gone well. We were talking a bit earlier about the fact that I had a really, really nice Sunday. We also had a chance to watch a South Korean movie called The Villainous, which I would like to talk about at some point a lot. Like, it's one of those movies where I feel like I would like to break parts of it down. It's from 2017. I'm not going to try to talk about it right now because we're going to be catching lightning, but what a curious experience. I would say in the purest, most non-spoilery way, I would say that it has really astounding production values for what was probably by American standards like a micro-budget independent film. This was an independent film from South... Okay. It's super weird that I wasn't able to get that. Please go over there. It would have had like a very, very, very small budget compared to like what a big American action flick would have been, and you wouldn't know it from looking at it. I mean, it just looked phenomenal. The whole thing is in Korean, so I cannot... I find it very difficult to critique acting in a language that I don't speak, especially when it's also like of a culture that I don't know very much about. There's going to be mannerisms that are comfortable and familiar to people who live in South Korea, who are very familiar with South Korea, that are just going to go right past me. So I can't really critique like the acting or anything like that, but I liked the performances and thought the movie looked really good and has a lot of extremely stylish action flourishes. Like, the action really is sort of like operating on its own level. What was more difficult for me to embrace by the end of the movie was the story, which, setting aside cultural differences, there's just elements of this story that straight up do not make sense to me. Here's like an analogy. Imagine if there was a Star Wars story where Luke Skywalker was really upset at Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker was saying, "Princess Leia, you are being a bad mother. You really need to be a better mother to the twins." Like, that was an extended universe thing, right? That they had twins in the books. You need to, like, really be much more attentive. You're being absentee mother. You're being a terrible mother. He just kept haranguing her about this because of his own, like, not being raised by his father, right? So Leia, knowing everything that she knows and having done all the things that she does, decides that she's going to settle this disagreement with Luke Skywalker by freezing her twins in carbonite. That would be a fucking weird thing for that character to do in response to that argument, to that person, and believe that that would be like what would settle it. And that's how the characters in The Villainous act. On more than one occasion, they just take these actions that seem absolutely illogical and done for absolutely no reason, and almost assured, based on the knowledge they themselves have, to achieve the exact opposite of what you would think they'd be trying to do. And yet, it's a very odd movie. Wood is asking, Leia had twins? I thought Padme had twins. Yeah, so in the as I understand it, in the original Star Wars extended universe, all of those novels that came out after Return of the Jedi, Luke and Leia, no, sorry, Leia and Han have twins. I do not remember their names right now. And if I'm wrong about this, I'm doing an analogy about a South Korean independent action film, so I'm prepared to be wrong. But somebody who's read those, remind me, doesn't Leia have twins? Am I misremembering this? In the books, Leia had twins and then another younger boy. Okay. Solid Chrome Hickey is familiar with the books and remembering. Yeah, people who write Star Wars things really like Star Wars to be perfectly cyclical. Just the same things happen over and over and over again. So if Padme had twins, then Leia will have twins. And I will say in defense, like, twins do, like, run in families. Like, there's just certain families where, like, what's the proper phrase? Like, twins and triplets and quintuplets and stuff, like, they're just more common in those family lineages. I'm realizing right at the moment I don't have a specific destination, because the next thing that I know that I need to do is the Maxi Minimalist Desk. We're gonna go, hold on, I do know where we're going. We're going to the Overbrook. We're going to the Overbrook Hospital, which is here. Okay. And while we go there, we're going to improve this. Oh, and now I have all of it. Yeah, it was the crystal glass sheet and it was the gold ingot and the rose gold sheet that I needed. There we go.
Huh?
Gustav's got to be getting a little lonely. I think he's the last person on the boat. Except for Lily. There you are. Ahem. It is with great pride and unbridled joy that I present to you Humanity's Legacy, my finest exhibition yet. Not too bad, don't you think? An official opening? Oh, no. You know how I am. The spotlight is not for me. And besides... Vernissages? This word is unfamiliar to me. Our waste of time. Nothing but an opportunity for officials to run around, licking each other's... well, you know what I mean. Well then, I entrust all of this to your good care. I know I can trust in you after I'm gone. Oh, don't act surprised. You know very well I'm not the one to hang around any longer than is necessary. And I'm pretty confident I've done all I could here. Good old Gustav, always looking ahead. But it was quite exhilarating, this whole endeavor, wasn't it? Well, as soon as we pass by the Everdor, be a love and drop me off. It will be appreciated. Oh, we're just going for all of the good feels in this episode. All right, let's start the event. Jace and Jaina, says Jelly Buns, were apparently the name of the twins. I did not, so the reason I didn't remember that is that maybe I never knew that. Hold on, of Leia's twins. Because those names are not familiar, and they sound like exactly what they might have been. Unless the topic changed, and I didn't read all the way down. Hold on 1 second. That particular position with, like, the slanted roof right in front of it that Stella really likes to slide down. Nope. Go! But yeah, what I need is a little bit more runway to talk about the Villainous, and it may not even ever happen. The Villainous is from 2017. It is not a new movie. It's one of those things that people who are fans of, you know, action movies and South Korean action movies would probably have had ample opportunity to see, and most other people would maybe not have even heard of it. But we had a chance to watch it this weekend, and it certainly held your attention. I mean, that movie was, visually, it could be visually very busy, and I would say it probably falls into the same categories like Into the Spider-Verse, where I'm glad I didn't see it in a theater, just because the amount of movement would sometimes have been very disconcerting for my eyes, but seeing it on a smaller screen at home, I got a lot out of it, and we talked a lot about it afterwards. Jody K has never read a single Star Wars book. She also says that the client had 4 pugs. Hold on, I feel like we can let the boat go here for a second. Here we go. Nope, go back. The client had 4 pugs. Luke, Layla, Jaina, and Jace. Leia was scheduled for a spay for her, and Luke tied on the morning of their appointment, so they canceled it. These pugs are so fat. Tied? And then Wood H was asking tied what? It's a term for when 2 dogs get stuck together after mating? Like physically stuck together or emotionally stuck together? Oh, wow. Jody K saying, so here's something that I just didn't know anything about. Pugs, or dogs in general. The bulbous gland swells during mating and he gets stuck inside of her for a period of time. I did not know that that was a thing. Also, I mean, I know that I verbally made the mistake there for a second, but, like, Luke and Leia are an odd name for a mating pair of anything, really. They're very alliterative names, you know? I can understand why you might want to name 2 animals that, but maybe not if they were going to be a breeding pair, is all. Oh, I think Daffodil caught that one. It's so cool that Daffodil can also catch them. Like, if the player's having difficulty, then I think that Daffodil will snag some. So you always get some from the event. When Mia plays this, I wonder if she'll play with, like, Chivalry as Daffodil. Oh, we still didn't put on her outfit, by the way. Let's do that next. I just need to remember which of these is Alice's house. That's Beverly's. Gustav's. This was... Whose was this? Was this Summer's? No, Summer had like a loft. That's a stupid mansion. That's Stanley's place. That's the windmill. This looks right. Yeah, here it is. Okay, the Twilight outfit. Oh, and let's see if, I don't want everybody to be dark colored, though. Then again, I think that I don't think that Daffodil has been Tux. Azaric, thank you so much for the resubscription. Jody K is saying that they were going to fix them. Yeah, I guess they were a couple days late. Jelly Buns is saying Luke kissed his sister. You can't unknow that. True. Oh, the humiliation. Stella, I'm just absolutely livid. You wouldn't believe what's just happened. Some no-good, foul-mouthed miscreant had the audacity to call me, well, I can't even say it, an art collector. Completely, utterly unacceptable. Who? Well, I won't tell you. I'm a man of honor, of principles, certainly not a petty tattletale, and I'm definitely not making it up just because no one else is aboard. Art collector. As if I was one of those base, mercantile creatures. What an insult. Narrow-minded fool. I'm no art collector. I am a curator. I do not amass, evaluate, weigh, or risk. I do not trade. I protect. I alone ensure the legacy of humanity's greatest achievements. What? Overreacting? Have you gone mad? I thought better of you, Stella. Then again, Perhaps crude sensitivities need to be cultivated, and perhaps that is also the essential role of a curator. As usual, you get me thinking, Skipper. Maybe I'll cool down just a bit. Some good may yet come of this. Azaric, speaking of jobs that this guy may or may not have, where do you fall with your second job? I know that you were planning to wind things down, but I just don't remember if it was this summer or this season or early next year. I just don't remember what it was. Yeah, Jody here was saying the morning of the appointment to get them fixed, the dogs mated, so instead of keeping the appointment for the surgeries, they waited until after they had the puppies that hadn't even been conceived at that point. Also, we do have to find out what Lily wants, but let's have a nap, and then we're going to go ashore because we got some new staff for the Overbrook, and I do not want to leave that quest undone. First of all, we put a lot of effort into it, but secondly, like, this isn't like, oh, I need a star for my film. Like, there are patients there that are not getting the help that they needed because Jackie was kind of a jerk. Hello to Czar. Time to work on the Lego set I've had sitting here for months. Czar, does it happen to be a Horizon Zero Dawn Lego set? Because I feel like a lot of people have built those, even on stream. Like Salmon did one, and Mia was raiding over, I think, yesterday to somebody who was making one. All right, I don't know if we need to ferment anything else right now. Samlander loves the tall neck set. Azric is saying, sorry I missed your stream today. Hopefully things went great and you're doing even better. Azric, it was a very, very fun stream. Mia played Potion Craft for the first time. It turns out that is, it actually has an, not really an art style, but rather an art inspiration. Very similar to Pentiment, I thought. Like, the actual styling, like the stylistic presentation of it is very different, but you could see a lot of the same roots. Zara saying that it's a Star Wars Imperial Light Cruiser. Yeah, see, if it's not a Star Destroyer above, I don't know what they look like. Oh, Zara, you know what we could do when it's done, or even in stages, you could post some photographs to Mia's Discord. Then we'd all be able to see what it looks like. Jody, sorry, wait, who said it? Jelly Buns was saying, Mia, Lego building streams when? And Mia says, when you're ready to watch some serious OCD in action. Mia, I feel like a very careful attention to detail is what's necessary to build those guys correctly. Otherwise, your tall neck comes out looking like a short neck. Where did all these extra pieces come from? Oh, whoops, look what I forgot to install. Okay, let's go ashore. It is morning time. We'll let Gustav sleep in. But, yeah, we're going to have to bring Gustav over. Now, at issue is, he's the last passenger. So then it would be whatever Lily is looking for. And I have a thought, basically, on how that might go. And I hope it's not setting up the decision that I think it might be, which is... Well, we'll see. Thank you so much for helping out. This really means a lot. We might all just be patients here, but that doesn't mean we have to be treated this way. This just goes to show you, sometimes good people just need to step in. People not doing their jobs just boggles the mind. Lives are literally in your hands. It's just so... I'm getting worked up here. Breathe. Oh, come on, sir. There's no reason to get emotional in this game. Come on. Pick yourself up. So, things are already looking up. The kitchen is making some strides in the food department. No one's gotten food poisoning in the last few days, so that's a plus. I saw some fancy pants doctors doing the rounds. One of them was really obnoxious, but that's better than no doctors. Oh, and you might have noticed that there isn't random trash just littering the halls. Maintenance is keeping the grounds clean. That just about does it. I won't keep you. Thanks again. Don't be shy around these parts. And I will say, yes, I did forget up until now about... give me a second. It's not Shiloh. That's Marquark's cat. Well, that's the cat that Marquark most recently helped to rehabilitate. Oh, I think we have to wait for it to come down. Stella's my character. The bat is... I really want to remember the bat's name before I go up there. Nobody tell me. Not Bella. The hell is the bat's name? Sophie? Why do I feel like it starts with an S? And you know it's not going to. It's going to be like Victoria or something. It's not Victoria, I just don't... Hi, can we please not fall? Oh, hi! Oh, I already got whatever that was. I don't remember her name. You really are here. I asked for you. I asked the guards. No, the guardians? This room felt like a cage, and now I am told that I'm free. Free? Uncertain. The freedom might be a trick, I thought. A sinking of the light, a twisted mirror, no. You are here. Magic. Thank you for coming. I'm not as I was when we last met, Stella. You see, I am adrift on an ocean of my own making, and I've come to realize that I cannot produce the words. I shout them over the endless expanse of water where they die down to whispers and insignificant ripples. And I believe that you can still hear them. You are the one who listens, who knows how to listen. You can illuminate the ocean's starless nights. The instrument you have gifted me, and... you remember my song, don't you? Please go outside and play it. It shall guide me. I believe you will understand. Hold on, let me just see exactly... Daria! Wow, I was way off. Daria was nowhere in my head. It's Moff Gideon's battlecruiser from Mandalorian Season 2. I've not seen Mandalorian Season 2, so I will look forward. If you choose to put the photographs up in the Discord, I would love to see it. Play Daria's song outside of Daria's room at the Overlook. Oh, we can give her some fruit as well. Wait, She feels cared for and has a nice house. That's good. She likes fresh fruit and dislikes everything else. So that would imply that her favorite food would have to be one of the fresh fruits. Let's give her... I don't remember what we gave her last time. Let's give her some blueberries. Fresh, delicate, juicy, delicious fruit. Thank you. Okay. Oh, is this it? When you first climbed up the tower and saw only a fragile thing, deserving of care and empathy, you did not see the sealy bonds with which the giant had stilled me, and neither did you see the tumultuous sea underneath, and how it grew angrier and angrier in accordance to the giant's fickle spirits. No, you saw the pain and neglected the wound. Oh, yep. I was thinking this might be a Pac-Man thing where we can go off the edge of the screen. It is unsurprising, then, that you were ready for the giant's last dying spasms, for his encounter with demons of his own that would break his will. Unsurprising and understandable was your confusion, when the invisible but raging sea swept me away, and where, unmoored and weighted as I was, I sunk to the deepest depths. These don't look real? All right. So they seem to show up... Okay, I was going to say when the lanterns do, but no, they have a different timing. These depths I knew well and had hoped to never visit them again. Within them roamed all manners of vicious beasts, toothed, fanged, and scaled, hungry always for suffering and pain, for doubts, memories, and minds, every single morsel. To survive, I thrashed and I flailed, so much that I managed to shed my bonds along with strands of myself, and the beasts, as expected, promptly devoured them. I'm self-conscious of the fact that I may not have seen if Azric answered about his job. But more than anything, I just hope that he's doing well. Lightened as I was, I floated back to the surface, far from the beast. It was there that gentle hands plucked me from a gentler sea. And there, as I was lying surrounded by wispy figures, neither good nor bad, I contemplated an image that had been burned in my empty mind. For through the nests of the beast, a strange glimmer caught my eye, remnants and wrecks from a past voyages, containing treasures of a past long forgotten. Ugh? Fuzzy and soft, delicate. I feel like there's like a lot of weird stuff happening right now. Mood. Okay, she ate a meal she liked, she was hugged, she feels cared for, and has a nice house. Well, let's see what this person wants. What did you do? Seriously? Spit it out. Daria seems to have really responded to you. I've never seen her like that. So vibrant. I don't know what you did, but it did wonders. And another thing. What's going on with Overbrook? I worked here for ages and it never changes. Odd things have been happening ever since you came around. One minute everything is going to shit. The power's constantly going in and out. We've got rats as big as dogs. It's always raining. And then, poof, things are turning around. They're still bad, but less bad. You know, it's like, I still can't swim, but I don't have monster-sized rats trying to eat my feet. But you know what I think? I think all these changes, they're related to you and that weird-looking vending machine. Don't make that face, I mean it. Listen, I've never used it personally. I don't believe in money and the concept of spending said money. But whenever you use it, weird stuff happens. More good than weird. Still, it's pretty weird. So I'm thinking you should just go out and buy a bunch of stuff from the vending machine. Really let yourself loose. If it magically brings new life to this place, who am I to stand in its way? Also, it might cheer up Daria and everyone else in this depressing hellhole. I won't keep you. Enjoy your snacks at the vending machine. Fingers crossed for the weird good stuff. Jelly Bun says, cats and dogs living together. By the way, if you ever, like, if you ever watch Ghostbusters with, like, the director's commentary from, like, the DVD set or whatever, there was a, like, in that whole prison scene, when they were in jail for a while, they had to, like, there was some extra who was, like, just being a huge asshole, and they had to fire him right on the spot. Azric is saying, yes, the number of days off. I have a number of days off from the second job for the next 2 weeks, giving myself a nice breather. Azric, that's awesome. Okay, so we need... So I have 2 Radiant Springs, which I've not previously known anything about. The only granola bar that screams healthy. I'm going to buy this, and then I would need 4 for that and 6 for that. I have no idea. Let's buy what we can. So now we've got health nuts.
Thank you.
Buy new items at the vending machine. Well, the thing is, I would need more Radiant Springs, and I'm not aware of what, if anything, I've ever done to get a Radiant Spring. this would lead me to believe that I have to give the healthy nuts to somebody. Maybe they have to go to Daria. Sam is saying, wait, vending machine, is it called Boxo? And then in parentheses, no one will get this joke. I regret to say, Stamalander, I do not get the joke either. It doesn't sound like a Futurama thing, and that's the big, like, vending machine joke that I can think of with the suicide booths. An underappreciated joke is when Bender tapes the dime or the quarter that he's going to use at the vending machine to his finger so he gets it back afterwards. He saves a quarter on his way into the suicide machine. Hey, Daria, do you have any idea who might want this healthy bar? Please stay away. And she doesn't want any food. Well, let's look at the description. Yeah, the drawing of Giovanni. I wonder if, like, maybe I didn't do a good job of keeping Stanley happy, because then we could have gotten pictures of everybody, and I would have liked that. Well, we still have the Choco Blasters. I thought we gave those away. And then the Health Nuts. So if I still have the Choco Blasters and the Crispy Burlap Men, that implies that I'm not meant to give these away. But then it's like, well, where do you get Radiant Springs from? Is it a crafting material? I mean, I don't have any more, so I wouldn't know. I don't have any memory of ever making any Radiant Springs, nor finding them, like earning them in exchange for goods or services. There's an anime airing this season called Reborn as a Vending Machine. The main character is reborn after he sacrifices himself to save a vending machine into a fantasy world as a modern-day vending machine. No arms, no legs, just vending soda. It's 100% parody. That is an extremely strange premise for a show. But if it works, it works. What an intense day. I had to call into the early hours. They needed my expertise. They said to come in right away. I did. I'm a real doctor. Totally real. They didn't just dial the wrong number and catch me by mistake. No, ma'am. Yep, I'm gonna do fine. How hard can this be? Do you guys remember, what was it, like CNN, or didn't somebody like once put like a completely random person on as being like an expert on, oh gosh, I'm doing a terrible job of telling this story. There's a clip out there of some like just completely confused man. Like he does the best job that he can, but he's on camera and he's being interviewed about a topic that he knows absolutely nothing about. And the interviewer just is like going on asking these questions, seemingly oblivious to the fact that they grabbed like just a random person to have this interview with. You're that errand person from earlier, always running around doing things for others. Listen, you're the one that got me here, which is great and all, but I have an issue. Listen up, whatever your name is. I didn't end up selling my penthouse. The market is quite unstable right now. No, I don't want you to house sit for me. That's not it. My problem is my collection of exotic birds. My birds can't be alone for too long. They get antsy. Plus, some of them have, let's say, special needs. I need you to find some kind of bird babysitter. A bird sitter. Someone who likes wings and beaks, I suppose. Why can't I do it? Well, I'm a rich and busy doctor. I can't leave in the middle of surgery with my hands all bloody. If I leave to feed my birds, who will clean my bloody hands when I'm not at the hospital? Do I need to bring an assistant with me at all times, just because my birds need to be fed every day? I don't think so. That assistant has a life of her own. That assistant has things to do, places to go. Why are you making my assistant do all this extra work? You need to think of other people for once in your life. So listen, you need to do two things. First up, you need to buy specialty treats for my precious birds. Like health bars? Cherries are your best bet. Well, I do have a bunch of those. It's probably the only good thing in this world. Next, and this is tricky, so listen carefully, you need to find someone who is good with birds or lizards or whatever. Someone to be at my house once a day to care for my army of birds. Another doctor was telling me about a service on Edgeboro Lane. Something Lizard King? I wasn't really listening. Maybe you can look into it. I need my birds to be babysat and pampered. Is that too much to ask in these modern times? Well, I mean, I've got the cherries. Does that count? It looks like it might have, because I've already gotten an update. Oh! Well, no, I need pine planks and another electrum sheet, but we can do that. Yeah, I don't know how to advance that one. And then bring Gustav to the Everdor. Play Daria's song. Oh, somewhere near the power station overlook. I didn't realize that's what she wanted me to do. This is the power station, isn't it? Oh, I bet it's right here. Nope. Here? Last time when we like played her song, is the power station all the way to the left, or is it right here? Hold on. Yeah, here it is. I was gonna say we did it next to a bunch of. I think these are post-it notes. That's what they look like to me. One memory is so deeply ingrained I could never forget it. The day I started hearing the noise. Faintly at first, then louder and louder yet. Plip, plop. Distant drops of water that only I could hear. Perhaps I saw it as a sign that I could no longer fit within the warm confines of the family home. And so I left, seeking the source of the noise. Oh, please! Hold on. I just didn't press up correctly. In the beginning, my quest, the land was gentle. I remember the tender grass and the soft wind. I kept following the sound of the droplets, all the while paying little attention to the waters rising at my feet. Soon enough, I was wading through a murky and dark flood, surrounded by a thick fog, and yelps and growls and glimmers. Oh, hold on. Oh, why am I doing this wrong? So, probably don't want to touch the spikes. Feels like basic video game. From this period, there is not much to remember, a vagrancy that lasted an eternity. No dive can ever restore these memories. They have been wiped clean, picked to the bone. It is as though they never existed, as if fallen through cracks in time. Still, they were, and mud and scratches bear witness. Jelly Buns is very disinterested in, am I saying this correctly? Isekai resurrection stories? Don't touch those. I think I go straight up. The waters are so high now, nothing pierces them. An endless ocean, unbearably calm. The murk has dissipated, and the water is clearer than it has ever been. The plip-plopping has stopped, and so, with nowhere to go but down, I dive. But I must do so carefully, delicately, lest I disturb the silt that has, through the aeons, set into a peaceful but fragile blanket. So, okay. Let's check her thing. Buy new items at the vending machine. Maybe every time we talk with her, we get more Radiant Springs. Yeah, okay, look at that. A bag of mixed spices.
Thank you.
Isekai. Oh, sorry, Isekai. It says Jelly Buns. Thank you. Okay. So now, play Daria's song somewhere in the cafeteria at the Overbrook. The cafeteria is like on the 3rd floor, 4th floor, I think it is. Fastest way up is to bounce on the dumpster full of garbage. Yeah. You gotta help us out. The kitchen's gross. I got nothing to work with. The pans are older than my grandmother. They look like they've been through the Great War. I know I'm not a real cook, but I do have principles. You gotta find a way to help us out. Oh, wow. Sorry for lashing out by song. I know it's not your fault. Geez, it's not even your problem. Listen, do me a favor. We need to get some proper cooking going on. We've been serving what looks like dog food until now. Not the rich fancy kind, more like the discount bin stuff. We don't have any fresh produce. It's all dried up and non-perishable. Even Raccoon Inc. Mining Co. wasn't that cruel. They knew that feeding your employees was at least good business. A ration a day keeps the scurvy away. However, this is just unacceptable. I've been making some of the worst food I've ever made in my life here. I need your help. I need you to find some fresh ingredients, and a variety of stuff, too. I can't be making bread with old newspapers and toilet water. Jesus Christ. It just doesn't work. I don't want to make these people sicker than they already are. They need proper meals that'll help them get better, to give them life juice. So here's a list of things I need. Don't skimp on the good stuff now. It really helped me out. I'm making this slop, and it doesn't taste like anything. I'll take a breather, and I promise I'll be calmer when you come back. Thanks. Well, what do you think that he needs? Oh my god, you guys, I'm short 1 raspberry. I feel like we have to go do that, because we can get the raspberry at the park. Let's play the song for Daria. Jellybun says the chocolate was good, but now she has regrets. Hold on to the good with both hands. That's what counts. This wreck lies hidden among the reefs and the mud. Only a faint glow betrays its presence. It lies on its side, abandoned and forgotten. But as I get closer, the noise hits me. Voices happy and sad, playful bangs and clangs. Within the ship live a great many deal of faceless shades. I feel like there's a typo there. Does this phrase make sense to anybody? It would be a great many faceless shades or a great deal of faceless shades. I feel like many shouldn't be there. Sorry, I get distracted if I don't know how a sentence is constructed. Mother and father, unruly brothers and sisters, a cacophony that is enticing and dreadful at once. We probably don't want to touch these spikes either. I do note that they are more elegantly formed than they were before. Shoot. I'm not good at jumps like this. We're like, yeah, see, coming from off screen. Oh. One of the shades escapes me. It is a protiform, and atonal, insubstantial. It has ghastly quality that I cannot easily understand, and it seems to actively resist focus. It takes some convincing for me to accept it for what it is, an echo of a previous self, remnants undevoured by the depths, unaware of them even. A treasure of incommensurate value. I must meet it with cautious curiosity. For somebody who it's implied has spent a lot of the last who knows how long in a fairly catatonic state, Daria has a glowing vocabulary. Hold on. And suddenly I'm filled with sadness, for I realize or remember one essential truth that perhaps I would rather not remember. The tableau before me exudes a chaotic happiness, a family brought together by conflicts and laughter. And we're getting trickier now with the Oh! Oh, they're not... I just rubbed right up against the spikes and they did not hurt me. It's not that, like, this game has a health bar or, like, additional layers of death to worry about that I know of, but I just assumed that the spikes were bad. I can sort of see what to do. I just want to make sure that this isn't a disappearing platform. Okay. Yep, that's fine. I'm just gonna be weird about it. Okay, so now we've got to wait for these to disappear so that I can jump to the left, and the timing is probably really generous, more generous than I think it is, but... Yep, no, I'm here. I'm gonna wait rather than try to go. Shh, okay, If at any point some all-powerful painter were to judge that tableau and remove the ghastly lone shade from it, nothing of the composition would be affected, unnoticed and untouched. I apologize. I very much need a drink. Jelly Buns is saying, big winged goth girlfriend. Is that, Daria? I feel like Daria has an extremely poetic way of expressing what seems to me to be a journey through... And look, things are different. Look, we've got, like, rainbows and stuff here. I don't know why I'm here. I need to be... I want to go visit the vending machine. I feel like she's expressing, like, a journey of disassociation, of just sort of, like, communicating a period in time when she was not, like, of the realm that everybody else was, is my overall takeaway, and trying to put to words what it was like to be, as she put it herself, like, completely unmoored from things for a while. That might be a severe oversimplification.
Thank you.
Disassociation, says Jelly Buns. I know her. I really like the fact that we're making the hospital better for everybody. Like, look at how nice this is just from when we arrived earlier today with the flowers and stuff. Like, I noticed the flowers in this episode. I was like, oh, that's nice. Did I, like, maybe I didn't see them last time, or maybe that's because of the new staff members that we brought over. We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, near the vending machine. Okay, I really should have read that before I went elsewhere. Ah, it's right here. After an eternity of drifting, this place took me in. You would not have recognized me. Sunburnt, cracked, bursting at the seams, a mind bloated with the muddy thoughts of the self and of the other. Useless detritus brought back from the depths. Yeah, we were talking during an earlier, totally unrelated stream about the FX television show Legion, and okay, we're gonna have to time this a lot better. Give me a second. Legion was not for me. It was an hour worth of story in a full season bag, and I did not find that to be very satisfying. But what it was an extremely interesting experiment in communicating the inability to trust your own senses to what was like a basic cable network television show. Like this wasn't like a huge production HBO thing. This was a relatively small budget and much more humble production, but they really swung for the fences on something that comes up for me now is being reminiscent of what Dari is talking about, trying to communicate the experience, the flavor and the texture of struggling with mental illness to people who don't have that experience, and it can be very difficult. Wood is spacing out at the moment. I think I'm going to take a nap. Wood, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that you have a great evening, and if we don't talk to you again before the end of the stream, a wonderful start to your work week. They bound me here with coarse moorings, and when I roared and thrashed and raved, they only tightened the bonds. Brutish methods, but as I came to understand, efficacious ones. For while they could not see the raging oceans with its winds and tempests and its waves that I was forced to breathe in, leaving me hurt and sickly, they seemed to understand that I should not be allowed to sink. This was a trip I would not survive. Okay, I'm gonna stand where I know is safe. Try to come up with a plan on how to move next. Oh, no. Okay. The pillars phase in and out very quickly. I think patience is the key. See, but not that much patience. I feel like Daffodil's asleep, by the way. Just so you guys know. She's like, you dummy, you keep making exactly the same mistake. Oh, she woke up. Can I give her a quick pat? Hey, Daffodil. Come here. We'll get through this. So I'm going to wait for the platform to disappear. Okay, I really thought it was going to be back by then. Yep. Okay, patience is the key. I'm not moving until that has disappeared, and now I'm going to wait for it to come back, and then we're going to do it on the next try. Yep. And now I'm going to wait. There we go. Things have changed now. The new caretakers, they are different. Nary a sound. They move graciously, they wear soft gloves and velvety shoes. They secretly busy themselves around me, an unseen army of shades and ghostly servants, always making sure that I never go wanting. What she's describing there is, like, story. Like, it's what happened between her and Jackie. Or like Jackie deciding to go, basically. But what she's describing there is precisely why I wanted to do the... Yes, not being very patient. Why I wanted to do the quest to like bring in more staff. I don't know that I'm going to go out of my way to do all of the different Overlook missions. Okay, this... I don't know, man. And then, Stella, there is you. Moorings, but of a different kind. You are the only one who understands the sea. That it is not something to be scared of, but a miracle to be celebrated. I'm sorry, is this reliquary or reliquary? Of strange and alien treasures, overwhelming in their otherworldly beauty. Only you can explore this strange world with me. An anchor, a buoy, and a lifeline all at once. Thank you, Stella. I think it's probably reliquary, but it's one of those words that I've never heard said aloud. Okay. We'll keep giving her different fruit until we find the one that she likes. So, that has been all of that. So we've got a couple things that we can do. Let's... Wait. Okay. Let's let's go to the park where they have strawberries and raspberries and stuff, because I feel like we've got a couple different things that will be done there if we do them. Like, we've got a couple different reasons to go there, including getting the better food for the hospital. Jellybun said, I went to Tractor Hose for the first time because I heard they have a good brand of dark chocolate. But then also says, go fuck yourself. I don't know who, Wait, I have to find what Jellybun said. Also, it's nighttime, so we've got a second. Where did Jellybun say this? Oh, here we go. I went to a Trader Joe's for the first time because I heard that they have a good brand of dark chocolate. I exited with an entire bag of groceries I did not intend to get. I have personally always had the experience that Trader Joe's seems to have a scarce selection. Like, Trader Joe's is great if you need, like, milk or, like, the one brand of pasta that they carry, like, the one shape and everything like that. Like, they just have... They have a small variety of extremely specific, like, basics is my overall vibe. And I always endeavored to go in, get whatever we needed, and go out. But then again, I do that everywhere that we go shopping. That's not even a pandemic thing. That's just like, okay, let's get on with this. Okay, let's... I feel like I'm not using very many onions, but it's just so convenient to plant some of them. And we're gonna do the cabbage. Turnips. Now, the other thing that I could do, what is it that I would need for the upgrade? I would need, oh, the pine planks and an electrum sheet. Let's go see about the electrum sheet, because I'm pretty sure that we have all the parts that we would need for it now that we have the gold. Here it is. Yeah, so put that in. And while it's cooking, let's go do some industry. Pine planks should be easy to do. We've got a lot of pine logs. I did not pay a tremendous amount of attention to how many pine logs we needed. Pine planks, rather. So far, the pine seems to have just the one design. Like, maybe slightly reversed, but otherwise... Oh, here we go. This one's a little different, at least. Okay, how many were we looking for? Well, look at that, you guys! Straight on the dot. 28 of 28. How about that? The other movie that we watched this weekend was also, well, it wasn't South Korean. It was a Japanese language movie, so also with subtitles. It was called Baby Assassins. And this is a misleading name, because I have to let you guys know that at no point were any of the assassins babies, nor were there any assassins of babies in the movie. Rather, it is a movie about a couple... young women recently graduated from high school who also have been trained as assassins. It's an action comedy. It is difficult to categorize. there's probably some humor in there that just didn't play to us because, again, it's coming from a very different cultural outlook. So I can't say that there were elements of it that were, you know, intended to be humorous, surely. But probably a lot of cultural references or other things is just like, I don't know what this is. For example, at one point they go to like, there's some scenes that take place inside of like what I will broadly characterize as a Japanese social club. I have literally no idea if this is a parody of like a place that Japanese people might frequent in their off hours, or if it's an actual thing. But it looked for all the world like a children's birthday party where women would dress up in these like baby doll costumes and like address you as master. Like, just again, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but it was a place in the movie, and like even the characters in the movie were like, overall their vibes would be like, this is fucking weird, but also like I don't know if it's like an actual thing or not. It was odd for sure, but although the movie itself is categorized as like an action comedy, the action was no joke. The people who made this and choreographed this put a lot of effort into it, and in any ways that the story did not always connect with me, or like some of the humor might have gone beyond me, the action was both very well executed and very well shot. That's something that you hear me comment on a lot with different movies that I watch. The action needs to be like perceptible. Like, don't I need beef, pork, or chicken? I thought I needed one of those for something, but I don't remember. I think it's very important that the audience needs to be able to like visually perceive what the hell is going on. And also, like, if somebody gets punched, you have to feel the punch. Like, there has to be like a good sense of impact, a weight to it. And this is also very important, there has to be a narrative value to it. Well, I don't know how much I need blueberries, but we're gonna go to Ambertown Park and get some blueberries, because I probably need at least some. So I now have all the parts on this list that I need. 15 raspberries and strawberries. Let me look at the list here. Jellybun says, I blipped back in mentally for half of that statement. Did Angel just reference maid cafes? This was way weirder than a maid cafe, because the whole thing was sort of decked out like it was a children's birthday party. But, like, just for clarity, there was no children in the building, nor any indication that it was anything other than adults going in to sit down and order at, like, a child-sized table in child-sized chairs from a very specifically worded menu of, like, regular-ass food. It's a really weird scene. Mia wonders, what is a maid cafe? I don't know that I have the language for it. I will probably fail. I'm looking for, by the way, any place that sells strawberries or raspberries, or has them in stock. Oh, hold on. We might need to, yeah, I don't know that we have to do this, but let's do it, because I could probably use some extra Comet Rocks. My broad and possibly very incomplete understanding is that a maid cafe is a Japanese style of social club where patrons, I would suspect most often men, go in and enjoy the company of a woman who is often dressed in like a French maid costume, who will pay attention to them in exchange for money. And whether or not there is a back room where anything more than that happens, I can only guess. My understanding of maid cafes is primarily informed by, like, the video game Judgment, for example. A game that is made by a Japanese company and set in Japan, so I broadly take its presentation of life in Japan to be representative, if representative in parody of the actual thing, but I don't know. Basically what you hear is me making sure that everybody understands I don't know what I'm talking about, so please pay attention to people who have lived, worked, or otherwise been in Japan, because I have not. Well, I do want to see what other people have said, but I also want to take care of our animals here. We, like, so don't need any of this wool. I don't like the idea that the animals are starving. Okay, so hold on. While we're continuing on our path, so Mia's asking, what's a maid cafe? Jellybun saying theme cafes in Japan are a big thing, and the biggest theme is maid. Sandlander saying a cafe with the servers dressed in French maid costumes. Think Hooters, but maids. Jellybuns doesn't like that comparison. Maids are not usually dressed skimpy. That is, so again, the only thing I know is from Judgment, and I don't think that Judgment is going to be a strong indicator of accuracy here. But while there is sort of like a fetish for like maid costumes, the women at the maids bars or maid cafes appear to be dressed from head to toe. Like, I'll give them that. What kind of maid outfit is it then, if not skimpy? So, like, remember Yvette from the movie Clue? That, but more fabric overall. Like, not as low cut, I don't think. Look, I don't know. I should probably back the hell out of any descriptions of something that I've only seen represented in a video game. But that's my overall impression. Oh, hold on. No, stop, come back. And by the way, the fact that at one point in Baby Assassins they go to this location, I hope people know this is... I'm always very careful about spoilers, so this is just like a location. What happens or doesn't happen there, you know, I will leave to you to watch the movie. But yeah, again, similar to... What did I say? The villainous. I can't characterize like the quality of the performances. I will say that in Baby Assassins, there were two actors who spent a lot of time communicating in a very, very loud and high-pitched way, which, again, might have been part of the comedy, or it might have just been really, really annoying. Like, I don't know. Is it funny? Is it comedy when Marlon Wayans spends a lot of time of that Dungeons & Dragons movie, the Thora Birch movie, screeching? Like, that's not funny to me. I think that Marlon Wayans is very capable of being funny. I don't think that that was a good example of him being that. There was a similar level of screechiness in Baby Assassins, which... personally, I found extremely grating. But is that good or bad acting? I have no idea. Like, relevant to, like, the culture, that could have been, like... It could be like watching Jerry Lewis and realizing, like, well, this isn't necessarily for me, but there's a whole bunch of people out there that think this is the best thing ever. So, yeah, more power to him, I guess. Mia has looked up Maid Cafe and gotten the full picture. I really don't even know. I'm not really cooking for anybody at this point. Like, we're gonna go to the Everdor. I should feed Gustav. I don't want him to go to the Everdor dissatisfied with the quality of his service. And he's probably starving, because I feel like it's been like 2 days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, you're very hungry. I get it. Let's give you some paella. Okay. And a hug.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, sure. Thank you for the gift. And then one hug, please.
Uh-huh.
Jellybun says, nothing makes me feel more awkward than being called something like, master. Yeah, I've been very direct about this. An element that I am particularly uncomfortable with generally in life is false intimacy of almost any variety. The fake friendship, the opportunistic friendship, the, you know, having somebody flirt with you because they're actually trying to make somebody else jealous, or they're trying to get over another relationship and they just want to feel better about themselves. Like, that whole subgenre of human interactions, that is extremely uncomfortable for me, and never more so than when everybody on all sides of the equation understands that this is all for an exchange of financing. Like, this is all, you know, there's going to be an exchange of currency at the end of this. You know, it's going to cost you to have somebody pretend to want to spend time with you. That is very uncomfortable for me. I'm not going to tell anybody else how to live their life, but for me, that's a big, ugh. You're that murderer, the murderer of nature and life, the destroyer of trees. Just so you know, you are destroying this world, and for your crimes against creation, here's a drawing of you, cutting down a majestic tree. Put that in a frame and hang it on your walls. Every day you'll be reminded of your murderous way. Oh, sweet Gaia, watch over this terrible person. Let her see the way. So, can I see the secret lives of trees? I cannot see it. It's high time somebody started protecting these trees. So it's a key item, but it's not like the pictures that Stanley drew for us. Yeah, this has blueberry bushes, but no raspberry bushes. You know where I think there were raspberries? Didn't they have some up in the northern area? I want to say that Uncle Atoll used to get a bunch of them. Okay. Was there any reason... What was this place specifically? This was Ambertown Park. Before I leave, because we've got a lot of these, I just want to see if I had any other business in Ambertown Park. Edgeboro, Overbrook. Oh, I didn't talk to him. Well, we have to go back there anyway. This is where I need the raspberry. In Edgeboro. No. That's what I needed the pork for. Okay, so I do need some pork. Fish around the waters of Overbrook. Okay, so I don't have any other business here. Strawberries or raspberries, especially raspberries. They sell pork there. You can get that there. No. And they're not growables as far as I know. Let's go here. Marble and coal. There are things there that I haven't found. Rare chest. Apparently pork is everywhere that I'm not. Coal slate. Couple rare chests, maybe. No. Strawberries. Well, we can go there. And some strawberries there. Okay, let's go here to bus stop. I just need we'll go here. Zara says bag 3 of 9 done. Had 2 bags done when I started. Sounds like good progress. I remember when Samalander was building the tall neck, he was like, you know, here's, you know, episode 1, and then he finished the whole thing. It really went much more quickly, I think, than he was expecting. You know what else I should probably do? We should probably cook some paella or whatever. The other thing about Baby Assassins is, so at the end of the movie, it's not really outtakes, but they have like a couple like clips of like the filming, like the actual production crew, like setting up shots and stuff. And at one point, like it's one of those movies where as I'm watching it, I'm like, did they speed up the tape? Like there's parts where they like sometimes they walk, sorry, not walk. They're moving so fast. You're like, okay, they must have sped this up like in post. I don't think so, because one of the little clips they show is one of the actors practicing this like move that she has to do, and like they're clearly not speeding this up as she does the motion and she like runs through it a couple times, and it's like, no, she really is moving that fast. It's amazing what people can do when they're given the time and the training and the opportunity to excel at this stuff. Also, there is a sequel due out to Baby Assassins, I think this coming March. It is somehow called Baby Assassins 2 Babies. And there's no colon or other punctuation there, it's just Baby Assassins 2 Babies. Which is a very funny title. I do not know if that movie will have more babies. Okay, so Dear Stella, one Daria has expressed her desire to receive your visit. Regards, Overbrook's caretaker. Okay. Well, we will see to that after we get some strawberries. So let's go hear from some strawberries. And... Wait. I wanted to cook some paella or something else. Do we know? Well, shoot. It's still early. Let me ring the bell. Let's get Gustav up. I do not know if I know his favorite food. Rise and shine. Good morning. Surstrumming. Oh, okay. Wait, I can make that. It's actually really easy, and I've got a cellar available to do it. Oh, shoot. I don't have whatever fish I need to put it in there. Well, we'll solve that a little later, I guess, because we've arrived. Oh, no. Is it... Wait, it's Payaa? Payaa? Okay, there's clearly the L's are silent, but I'm failing to say it correctly still. I'm gonna see if Samlander, I think, is working on a Playaya. Playaya. I might have to like do that thing like on Google where you can type in how do you say this word and it plays like a little audio clip of somebody saying it. God help me if those aren't accurate. That was a capital I says... Oh, sorry. Payaya. Payaya? Is that close? As far as I know, there's no option to grow the berries anywhere. Like, you can't plant them in the garden or anything that I've ever seen. So you gotta come by and find these... Find these, berry bushes. Paella. Paella? Is that right? Jellybuns is saying, think of the fawns. Paella. Hey. There we go. Paella. There we go. Thank you, guys. I've been so many episodes now that I've been saying that wrong. I also just want people to know that if I then mispronounce it again in the future, I'm never ever being funny with that. That's me not remembering. Mia says, tell me it was my phonetic spelling. I think it was. I was looking very carefully in chat. Hold on. To whom do we credit this? Hold on. Gosh darn it. It's still scrolling. Okay, so yes, it was Mia Paella. And then Jody K was clarifying with the hard A. Yep, Mia did get it in there first. Hold on. Let's also take a look for the raspberries, though. But it was a team effort, and I'm very glad for it. That's strawberries. I feel like the raspberries are going to be in different parts of the world. They don't sell pork here, do they? No. I don't want to go on a voyage for pork. I just want to have some. Raspberries. Perfect. Mossstein Cove. And I have to go to Hummingbird on other business anyway. So let's pick up some pork before we go. Copper ore. Gosh darn it. Yeah, we're going to have to go... pork. All right. Mia's Jeremying. Also, Jody K saying cancel Angel for misspelling. Well, shouldn't it be mispronouncing, or did I also misspell something? Because I'm good at both. Hold on. Passing through the debris field. Nope. Down. And XA. Zara is saying, this damn god always has to be in your lap, but can never stay still. Dog, not god, not god. I was gonna say, like, what is your current relationship with your local deity? Always in the lap. Okay. We should also, like, I don't think the episode should end. I'm just saying aloud, we're gonna want to have some... We're gonna want to bring Gustav to the spirit door, for sure. First of all, just for no particular reason, I don't think that I want to start an episode with that again. Oh, man. By the way, I feel like Hey Isn't That K came in, like, right at that spot. I hope that K goes on to have, like, a better close to the Sunday and is doing well. I feel like Clay, Hey Isn't That Clay, has not... Hi, can you come back, please? Streamed in a couple days. I hope that he's also doing well. Mia, you were asking about like VR games during your Saturday stream. Like, oh, if people haven't had the experience of streaming in VR, I recommend it. And like, I have this live tool that allows you to like put up the chat and stuff. Clay considers himself, hey, call me Clay, considers himself to be primarily a VR streamer. Like a lot of the streams that I've seen of him recently have not been VR streams, but he was actually talking about it and how like he really likes VR and he likes showing off these games in this space that just isn't being particularly well recognized, and he feels like it's something that he really enjoys and is also something that he... Sorry, just in case we need some more linen. That sets his channel apart from others. Clay is on vacation, if I'm not mistaken, says Czar. I did not know that. So thank you for letting me know. I hope he has a wonderful vacation. But yeah, like that would have been one of the things that we might have talked about with Kay, if not for the specific game events that she came in on. Can somebody please spell it out, his username, so I can shout him out and follow him? Thank you to Czar, who has it exactly. Hey, call me Clay. Okay, we are going through a twilight zone. I don't know if we're going to get, like, a pill bug who comes aboard. Or if we'll get clued in to, like, go to, like, Alice's cottage if it happens. We may not be on that particular course. While we're going, though, why don't I try to catch a fish that we can turn into surstrumming? I'm probably also mispronouncing that. Jellybun's going to be AFK for a bit. Jellybuns, thank you so much for the lurk. Hopefully we'll see you when you get back. It's shaping up to be, it's probably going to be another pretty busy week at work, but hopefully, although July has been, you know, was a very unsettled month in general, hopefully now we're going to be moving on with some of the projects that we knew were coming up that we would like to advance on, and it'll be busy in a very productive way. Less putting out fires and more hammering out the metals that have come from those fires. We are here to find some raspberries. I believe I need exactly one in order to get the thing that I need. To the quest. Also, do you sell pork? Did I come here for pork also? Well, maybe. So, I'm sorry, raspberries are not here then? Am I completely on the wrong island? As long as we got something that I came here for, that's the important part. Oh. Okay, yeah, we've already talked to that guy. Okay. I feel like that's what we came from. Zara is saying, not gonna lie, watching him play DSR is kind of odd. That's not normally his type of game. Oh, Dark Souls Remastered? Well, I can definitely understand the draw of wanting to play a game like that. Like, if Clay is anything like me, he's probably heard about it for years, knows that, like, this sort of, like, kick-started, like, I mean, starting with Demon Souls, but was the series that really put From Software into everybody's vocabulary. Okay, so we got the pork. I think that we're going to head towards the bus stop now. I'm going to go see if we can find some raspberries. Oh, wait, is Kay still here? Mia was just asking if Kay also streams. I don't believe so, Mia, but Kay, if you're still here, if you do stream in any way, please let us know. I would love to have a shout out for you. Kay is probably lurking. No harm, no foul. Lurkers are hugely appreciated. And it wouldn't surprise me. I've made sushi. Here, have it. Everyone will love it except for me. By the way, can I have something exotic? Or an acquired taste? Okay. I will see to him in just 1 second. We caught some fish. I'd like to see if any of them are... Yes, herring. Let's put that in there and get it fermenting. Okay. So, we want to go to where the raspberries are, and there's apparently 2 bushes here. Hello to Bones, who says Lurker Gang represent. Indeed. Yeah, I'm a big fan of... Because it's the way that we're often in channels here. You know, like, I spent a whole bunch of time today in Sam Lander's channel and in Carol Luna's channel, when Drienne... Hi, can I... There we go. When Drienne streams, like, their Walking Dead playthroughs, I'm usually, like, it's on and we're listening, but not chatting a lot just because we want to see the game play out. Like, we want to see it as intended, you know? And then, like, there'll be times like Rick. Oh, here's another thing. Like, I've been in some of Rick Hardino's streams this week. He's been streaming some Minecraft and doing like these big builds in this world that he has. And usually, I like say hello. I'm really, really glad that he's been streaming again recently. But when he raided over to who's it, John 1028, I think it is. But it's like JOXN. I'm pretty sure that it's spelled like. He is so happy when people come in. Like, he very much wants to chat with and interact with people. So when we've been in his channel, I've you know, talked with him about, like, the game that he's playing and the world that he's in and stuff. The bat cave that he's building underground. Also, like, I think that he wants to lurk, but Bones did a Destiny 2 stream the other day with Mr. Binky. We're either where we're meant to be, or it's too dark to navigate. I feel like we are... Nope, maybe we are where we're meant to be. Let's go ashore, and if we can get the raspberries at night, that's fine. Usually I don't go ashore at night because I'm usually looking to talk with people, but I feel like the bushes are going to be open for business even after hours. Okay, that was the last ingredient that we needed. Bones also lurks on Mia's streams. I will close out of the bothering Mr. Bones section just to say I am so glad that he's moved at his job to a job that he finds less dislikable. There are times when the job that I have, you know, feels very stressful because, like, okay, I guess I'm gone now. I did not know that you could go that far off the screen. But one thing that is true is that I don't hate the work that I do. I don't hate the people that I work with. I'm not treated badly by people. And some of the stories that Mr. Bones has shared or did share back when it was called Twitter, it sounded like that was a lot that he was going through. Also, like, I don't have anything to say about Twitter's rebranding to X that you haven't heard from other people that are smarter, funnier, and have more skin in that game. I will just say that slapdash X that they put up on the building, like, first they were, like, ripping down the Twitter sign, but they didn't get any of the permits to do that work, and so they sort of have to leave it half constructed. And then apparently they slapped up what is, like, it doesn't even rise to the level. I'm so sorry for the people that did the work. I'm not trying to insult you personally, but the sign that they put up to now call it X doesn't rise to the level of construction that you would expect from Duplo blocks. It looks like it is going to tumble onto the street at any moment. It looks incredibly, shockingly slapdash. It's just... It is just amazing watching every decision come out somehow be more poorly considered than the one that preceded it. That's all. And then Jody K is saying that X font is trademarked. I've seen a lot of speculation about that, about it being like the X from Unicode or something like that. And then other people said, I'll say this. If that X and that font is trademarked by somebody else, I've also heard that like X as a company name or whatever is also trademarked separately from the use of the font. But like calling something X or like X.com, it's actually owned by others. I don't know. What I do know is that there is no buffoonery that I think I would hear and say like, no, that seems unrealistic. The person making these choices is a smart and level-headed, sensible human being who has the emotional maturity of a full-grown adult, a well-adjusted person, and wouldn't be doing something that's that hideously stupid. There's no way. I would stand ready to believe pretty much anything, and will indeed believe anything that goes on to be proven in court or whatever, just because I don't have any other metric for this level of incompetence. Zara is saying that it's trademarked by a video game company. Mia is saying, well, I definitely don't know of any website that starts with an X and has videos in there somewhere. At least one person claiming to like have knowledge of this situation said the whole X thing goes back to when PayPal was bought out by shoot. See, now it's been a few days. Like, this could just be somebody on social media making up bullshit for clout. I don't know. But it was a really interesting story that sort of like was very much focused on the idea that Elon Musk believes that X, just the letter X, is a fantastic name for a company because X marks the spot, X marks the treasure, everybody knows X. You know, once they're sort of like informed that that's how they should be thinking of it, then they'll understand, and it's genius, and it's the all-purpose everything app, and that's why he wants to call it. And apparently, like at one point, was involved in trying to call PayPal X or whatever, back when that was getting bought out by whoever owns it now. It's a whole thing. I do not know if that story is true. But it makes about as much sense as anything else, especially when you realize that X as like a trademark name... Oh, sorry, I need to do my fast travel first. Polls horribly with people. Like any sort of like market testing that's done on this, I don't like it, and it makes me think that it's like an adult website. Exactly what Mia was just referencing. So hold on. Where are we going? Because I have a couple things to turn in at Overbrook, like that, but we could also go to Edgeboro Lane. We've got a couple things to do in Overbrook. We could also go to Edgeboro Lane. Where is that relative to where I'm standing right now? I think it's in the same area. I think it's also down here. Well, there's Oxbury. I think that we've got some business there. Hi. There we go. Edgeboro Lane is in fact down here. Okay, let's go through here. Let's go here, and then we'll go through the debris field. Zara saying it makes about as much sense as Elon's kid's name. I don't know. I think I've seen some references to that. Like he's got a name which is not traditionally, like it's spelled in a way that I don't think would be traditionally pronounceable, but I don't know anything about that. As far as I know, Elon's kid hasn't done anything bad, so like I'm gonna stay. And even if they had, aren't they still like a child, like an infant? I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna steer well clear of the family. Like everybody in life is going to have years when they're not making the best decisions, and the children of celebrities or public figures often have it the worst because there's a tremendous amount of scrutiny. I want to make sure that I'm not getting involved in any of that because that's not fair to them. Like, we watched a documentary style video about the making of Poison Ivy, the movie with Drew Barrymore and Sarah Gilbert, which, to be honest, like, I thought it was an altogether different movie. I'm trying to remember what movie I thought it was, but the point is, like, it had some information about there that you guys probably know that I don't. Did we talk about this in another stream? I'm concerned that we did. That Drew Barrymore was at one point basically blacklisted in Hollywood, that she was checked into rehab at the age of, like, 13 years old. I mean, she had, let's say, a very non-traditional upbringing, and thinks very, very fondly on the movie Poison Ivy and being in it because it led to a rehabilitation of her career, and as far as I know, she's been doing wonderfully ever since then. I don't know anything about her life, public or private, and perfectly comfortable continuing to not know about it, but it was an interesting video and sort of ties into this topic, which is, yeah, look, whatever the circumstances were, you know, Drew Barrymore went through a lot when she was young, and now she's an adult, and although adults can and should be held responsible for the things that they do as adults, I feel like children should be kept as far away from the public spotlight as possible. So let's just think very quickly about why we're in Edgeboro. Find an animal babysitter. A Lizard King offers an animal babysitting service. Because this would be turned in Overbrook. So that's where we want to see who we should be talking to. Okay, we just got proposition, but not by the Lizard King. I don't really need to buy any of those or any of that. Well, I guess I wouldn't say no to some sugarcane. Czar has come up with the name. I would hesitate to. I wouldn't even know how to begin pronouncing it. Oh, wait, what am I supposed to do? Hold on. Okay. Amazing. You sure know how to rock. I told you. I told them. It's the same song. Thanks for settling this argument. Now these so-called music lovers will leave us alone. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm also drinking. Sorry, saying nobody knows how to pronounce it. I have to assume, like Elon Musk and his now ex-wife, who I don't remember what her whole deal is, like, they must call the kids something. There must be a series of syllables that they enunciate when they want to get the kid's attention, or reference to, like, where the kid is. Okay, don't know where to find a Lizard King. I've previously shared my thoughts about giving kids uncommon names, or especially like uncommon names or uncommonly spelled versions of names. I feel like that should be done carefully, just because you are... Look at what we have here. An offering for the Lizard King. Good. Well, tell me what you have brought. Your hands are empty, but your promise is enticing. Birds, lots of birds, in a sanctuary in the city. How? Wonderful. This is indeed a treat. You sure know how to shower your king with presents. It will be written into law by royal decree. These birds will become loyalty. They'll be pampered and spoiled. They'll be kings and queens of the animal kingdom. This is indeed a grand day. Huzzah! Okay, so is that now go turn it in at Overbrook? Yes. 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 And fish around the waters of Overbrook. So that's also in and around Overbrook. And that would be in Oxbury. Well, I don't know that I care about the lemonade vendor. Although, you know what? I'm pretty sure that I did the quest, and all I need to do is talk to the lemonade vendor. Is it supposed to be Archangel, Czar? Is that how that's supposed to be pronounced? There are many reasons that somebody might have a name that is, you know, less common than where they live. It could be to honor a family member. It could be in honor of their culture. It could be reminiscent or sort of evocative of the circumstances of their birth or something else. And I'm not here to judge what people's names are. What I'm going to say is that if you're going to name your child Lisa, and that's going to be spelled Leeisa, you can have it spelled that way. Lisa there is going to spend, at least in the United States, the entirety of their life carefully spelling that out for people. There might be reasons to do that. It's just something to weigh when you are making that choice. So Overbrook is there. I don't really seem to have very much between here and there, so we're going to head back to the bus stop. Unless, hold on, was there anything at this island here? No. More blueberries, but I don't feel like I need those right now. Zara is saying apparently that name is meant to be pronounced as Archangel. Okay. I sure can. Let's give you some of the food that you like. Oh, I've actually got a bunch of it. Here you go. Such a pungent smell. Surströmming once again. Stella, you really leave me speechless. Thank you. Like, another thing that I do at work is that if I don't know how to pronounce somebody's name, I try to ask them. And I'll say to them, I want to make sure that I say it correctly. I may not... Here's the thing. I may not be able to remember people's names as reliably as I would like. That's just a gap in my knowledge. It's not intended to be disrespectful. It's just that's one of the things that I have trouble with, remembering people's names. In the event that I say their name, I really want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly. That feels like basically the minimum that I can do. Even if I don't, like, remember it accurately, when it does come out, it's the correct name. Okay, let's visit... I feel like we have a number of quests that we're going to turn in all at once here at Overbrook. This one's actually slightly closer. It's late. Maybe not so late that we can't actually get there, because this is actually a very close location. And we are pretty close, so I'm going to do some fishing. That might be what we do when we arrive. When it says the water is around Overbrook, it could be, like, we can just be like, parked in the bay. You know, docked at the pier. And get whatever it is that we're meant to find. Okay, this is not going to be much of anything. A light bulb? I honestly think that is the first light bulb we've ever fished out. So yeah, we would be going ashore to talk to a lot of people. I have to assume that a lot of them go to sleep as well. So what I'm going to do is maybe do a little bit of fishing here, see if we can find whatever it is that we're meant to find, and maybe not like fish the whole night, but at least give it a fair shot here. I have a friend who recently watched Invincible all the way through and was talking about it, and I'm not going to say much about it here, except that, yeah, there's a lot of things in Invincible that have really stuck with me, and not just like the big action moments or anything like that, just it's, you know, we were talking about it with Jab a few episodes ago, just a care and attention to detail. It's interesting that one of the things that I've noticed in a lot of like, oh, we want to do what Marvel does, but like just get there fast, is like a lack of patience in laying the foundation. The Dark Universe is a really good example where, who is it? Universal has made a couple attempts now to create this dark universe of movie monsters, and the first time that anything goes wrong, then they just scrap the whole thing. And it comes off as seeming really half-assed, and that's disappointing when you have something that would have been part of that universe, like The Invisible Man, that is such a good movie and could have served on as a basis for that, a foundation, but they've just decided to cancel everything because they didn't want to do the work and they didn't want to take their licks. Look, people weren't a big fan of The Incredible Hulk. It was better than the Hulk movie that preceded it. I feel like a lot of people feel that, but like, it's not that every single Marvel movie like hit it out of the park and people are like, oh wow, you know, these are all one and the same awesome, fantastic films. Not everything is gonna hit. You gotta be ready to commit to that. And yeah, that Marvel movie, sorry, Mummy movie with Tom Cruise, not great. But I would have seen like the next movie in the franchise, which by the way, was The Invisible Man, which would have been awesome. The point is, there's something about Invincible where Invincible picks up during sort of like, it's not like there's an origin story happening, but it's happening against the backdrop of a world where superheroes and superheroics and villains are already fully integrated into the realities of day-to-day life. Everybody knows about them. There are superheroes and you know, various forms of like, planetary level threats all over the place all the time, and it's just something that people know about. And somehow Invincible is able to communicate all of that in a way that feels completely organic. Hello to App! App! I hope that you've had a great weekend. I greatly enjoyed your Red Dead Redemption 2 stream yesterday. It's very interesting to be in a chat that is so clearly marked as being a replay, so we can just like talk about what happened in it, just so that everybody knows we won't, like, I won't say anything about it here right now. But if you are familiar with the story of Red Dead 2 and wanted to have a conversation about it, preferably in a good and constructive way, stop by AppNLA247. He is great people and has a fantastic community. How is your day going? My day has been great. App, if I can bend your ear for 1 second while we do fishing, because I've talked to Harmonious Crow and Hey, Isn't That K, and at least one other person that I'm forgetting their name. Oh, Optaria is the other person. So, I thought about sending you a DM about this, and I actually wrote it all out, and it was like, this sounds like I'm inviting this man to a cult, and I can't put it into a DM. So here's what I would have here's what the topic would have been. We're fishing for something specific here, by the way. I'm not just spinning my wheels forever. Every November, on the day that the clocks here in the United States go backwards an hour, there's a major charity event on the internet called the Extra Life Marathon, and the whole thing is about raising money for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. If you were to check out extra-life.org, you would find the main site for it. But more important than that, if you go to GameSpot, if you go to Giant Bomb, if you go to Game Informer, you will find not only, I don't know about their plans for this year, but you'll find events that they've done going back the better part of a decade where they have been raising money for this charity. And the charity is all about money that goes to hospitals that treat sick children. This is a major, massive international project. Oh, Czar, thank you so much for the gift sub. I'm so sorry that I missed it. I've been engaged here with the fishing. Czar, I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. This whole thing app is just the last 3 years, I think, myself, Mia, and some others have done our own charity stream here. And I just wanted to bring your attention to it because I think that A, you'd be awesome at it. B, you'd have a great time. C, it would be a great way for your community to come together with others, whether it's ours. But even if you were like, well, I want to do my own, I'm just saying off the top of my head, you, Clay, Abtaria, Red Rum Gaming, Platform Platypus, you guys go in a rotation through the marathon, you know, you do a few hours each. That would be an awesome turnaround, and you guys it'd be a great way to have all of your communities intermingle, and for such an amazing cause. Mia's putting the link in there right now. If you are disinterested in this, I will never bring it up to you again. But I'm a big supporter of this charity. It comes up once a year, and the next time is coming up in early November, and it just occurred to me that it might be something that you would enjoy and have a great time with. And I started streaming heavily in part because I wanted to be able to participate in an Extra Life marathon. We also have videos that we have up here. That sounds really cool. I'm very interested. What I would submit is you check out the website and watch their videos. Like, their videos are so good because they have interviews with kids that have gotten like services from the Children's Miracle Network. If you go onto YouTube, they have a YouTube channel. What I wanted to try to communicate here is that this is as legitimate as a charity organization can be. It's a huge thing. They've raised millions of dollars over the years, and all of it goes directly to the charity. And if there's any information I can provide, or any questions that you have after checking out the videos or the site, or even just like, I'm in, like, how do I set up like the little app that goes on to Twitch, I will share with you any and all information that I have. And I would be happy to have any part that I can if I could, if you felt like you were interested in it. And yeah, the actual event, like the official event, is 25 hours starting at or around 8 a.m. Like, I think it's like November 8th, and then going down for 24 hours until it's 25 hours. It's either 8 or 10 a.m. I don't remember which. And it goes for 25 hours. But the reason that it's 25 hours is that the clocks go back an hour. But you don't have to go for 25 hours. You could just stream on your own for 4 hours. Like, it's all about raising money for the charity. So if you talked with people, up to and including us, and said, well, here's a schedule where we can sort of like pass off, we'll each do 3 hours, we'd each do 4 hours, it doesn't amount to 25 in the end, that's fine. Anything to like, the thing that I say to people who stop by here is like, every form of participation helps advance the cause, which is to help sick kids. You know, that's what it's about. So yeah, it's very, very freeform, and if you're busy that weekend, then you can do it else time in the week. You know, the very first year that we did it, I have to talk to this bat, but the very first year that we did it, I did 2 streams, and one was a week early because I specifically wanted to practice and make sure that everything was going to function. And I did a full playthrough in one sitting of Batman Arkham Asylum, and it was a ton of fun, and I really, really enjoyed it. it takes the streaming that you're already enjoying and puts it into a sort of a broader perspective. And it's like, wow, I get to do this and it's for this awesome cause. And I will now not continue to harp on this. I just wanted an opportunity to say, hey, this is cool. From there, we'll leave it. And if there's any questions, I will be happy to share my answers. November 4th, starting at 10 a.m. Okay, I always forget if it's 10 or 8. Stella, you are here. I feel how do you like my paintings? I need your help, Stella. Another dive away from here. You know what I mean, do you not? The doctors, they will not say a thing, not if I'm going with you. They know better than to protest. They know what it all means. It is, let us go. I would not be surprised if we're escorting Stella directly to her, Daria rather, directly to her destination. All sounds good, great. Shoot me a DM, I'd love to participate. I will be very happy to do that. Yeah, one of the great things is that all of the donations happen, like, there's like a Twitch plugin that people can click on directly or otherwise go directly to the site. But like at Game Informer, it's probably not like this anymore, but back when they had their main offices, it was an event. They had like charity raffles, they had like special events where at certain donation tiers, like the editors would shave their heads. I mean, they went all out. It was such a party atmosphere for something that was such like a great charity cause. I barely recognize this place. It's a good kind of beige now. It is still just a hospital, and see? I told you that vending machine was magic or something. I'm happy and all, but it's super creepy. What? An all-powerful snack dispenser capable of changing the laws of physics. You don't find that's creepy? You're right. What am I even saying? That's not possible. I probably just need glasses. Yeah, that's it. I'm just blind now. Overbrook is just a totally normal hospital and I can't see property. I won't question any longer then. Thank you, I suppose. Hello to Patikan. Hello to Patikan. Thank you so much to Oof Vibes, who's cheered a number of bits. If I were to guess, it's about 10. But Oof Vibes, thank you very, very, very much. Let me think. We have a variety of people that we need to talk to. I think let's talk to the chef. Whoa! Now this is the good stuff. We can definitely do something with these. I'll start working on getting French fries on the menu. And after a few days, we should have muesli? Muesli? I don't know how to say some of these words, guys. And fisherman's pie. Oh, I'll even try my hand at a nice vegetable stir-fry. Patients have been complaining about the food for a while now. Well, at the very least, these new dishes make them stop. Oh, I can't wait for Gertrude or Gary to taste these meals. No more, your food tastes like wet socks, or my granddaughter makes tastier food than this. Well, I better get to it. Thanks again. Okay, so we did that. Talk to the doctor on the balcony. Okay, sorry, we're still in the... We're still in the, here it is. Oh, it's not. You? Hospital? Not for me, of course. I know how it's spelled. I work here. It's for a friend? Yes, it's for a friend. I feel like I found the doctor. Oh, here it is. Well, that settles that. Thank you for taking care of my precious birds. I miss them so much. And that's it. A kind thank you. Oh, also I was trying to say hello to Patikan, who was agreeing to also shave his head for extra life. Yeah, last year, that was a lot of phrases, a lot of syllables. Hickey's also saying hello to Patikan. Patikan just finished watching more Manifest and then watched a movie and saw that you were still live. What was the movie, Patikan? We were talking in passing about... Talk to this person. Well, I guess we'll keep talking to people until we find them. I really should have read what this person had to say. It was generally about, like, slipping on some fluid and losing your job. Don't you just love it when everything is clean? I'm talking clean, clean. Like eating off the floor clean. Something to be proud of. Like you can see your reflections, it's so clean. Yeah, I'm just gonna dream about clean floors tonight. I would rather dream about clean floors. Well, this person's not enjoying their time at Overbrook. Everyone is so mean to me. They keep calling me names like Trashy or Piles, you know? Names relating to picking up trash. You probably already figured that out. I do enjoy picking up other people's trash, but it still hurts. I don't like it when people call me few names. Hey, if they're making fun of you for cleaning up the place, they're the assholes. Very few people like that, I suppose. This job would be great if they just stopped talking trash to me. Oh no, I'm the one doing it now. I just want them to treat me with a little bit of respect, or at the very least not talk to me. Would you mind telling them to stop? That would make my days a bit better. I will absolutely do that. Talk to the head doctor. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me talk to some of these other people, like that dude up there. I know that I've been up to see him. I just don't remember how I got there. Probably this. The movie was called Lyle Lyle Crocodile. It's actually a fun, chill movie to watch about a singing crocodile. I feel like I've heard of that, and I've definitely not seen it. Now, where's my guy? I don't know what guy you mean. Probably somebody at a location that I didn't go to yet. Let's go to the doctor. Oh. Hi there. What? Old Trashy doesn't like being called names? Well, that's news to me. I really thought we had a rapport. I would produce trash and he would pick it up and I would call him trash-related names. We had this whole bit. I'm a bit shocked, really. I'll try and be better at reading social cues next time. I just feel awful now. What should I do? Well, money has always been the answer for me. What does Trashy, well, actually I don't know his name. I will find that out first thing in the morning. In the meantime, I should do something nice for him. Got it. You should go give him something healthy. That always cheers me up. An apple, maybe? I know it sounds expensive, but it's organic, so healthy for you. I eat like 12 a day. And it keeps the me away. That's why I'm so vibrant and fit. I'm sure he'll love it. He always rambles on about eating healthy and producing his own food. Who has time for that? Not me, but you know, everybody's got a thing. So here's some money just in case. Just go see him with an apple. I'm sure things will be fine after that. Thanks. He gave me 5,000. It's a banana, Michael. How much could it possibly cost? $10? Oh, I'm sorry. We got to go over here. Is this him? What? I don't want your dumb rich people apple. If he thinks a fruit bought with dirty money will make things better, he's completely delusional. But look at this scenery. There's a garden here now. Nature completely overtook these ruins. This looks amazing. It's so beautiful and, oh, just smell the air. So fresh. This is way better than some stupid fruit or whatever. I heard rich people's apples were actually made of recycled apples. Oh, App actually just saw it. Lyle Lyle Crocodile said such a cute movie. Because he even felt like watching a happy movie, not always in the mood for watching action thrillers or whatever else. Mixed in with like dirty magazines, little rocks, used water, etc. Used water. Boy, that's a phrase. You know, the gross stuff. What I enjoy about rich people is the way they spend their money on dumb things. Well, well. I don't know how this overgrown garden popped up. It sure makes my little feud with the doctor pretty inconsequential. He can call me whatever he wants, I don't care. I've got a garden now. I'm clearly better than him. Whoa, look at this splendor. Nature really makes things better, doesn't it? Okay, that's another request completed. But I'm looking for an arm and a leg, and also the real Spiritfarer. I think I remember the real Spiritfarer being at like the power station, wasn't he? Weren't we getting our real talking to over there? Yeah, we were talking earlier a little bit about The Villainous and Baby Assassins, which were two movies that were on Amazon and are being removed from Amazon at the end of this month, which is actually I think at the end of today. probably depending on time zone. So we grabbed the chance to watch them. They were both action movies, pretty different in tone and execution, but at the very least, really interesting to talk about. You have it, the Everlight. Well, thank you very much. Your services will no longer be required. Bye, au revoir, sayonara. Your reign of terror is finally over. I will retake my place as the one and only Spiritfarer. I just need to remember how to turn this thing on. I'll figure it out by myself. Oh, wait, light bulb? Oh, you guys, that's what we were fishing for. Remember, like, remember when we pulled up the light bulb? I was like, I don't think we've ever had a light bulb before. That's what it was. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't do anything else weird with it. Like, put it in my mouth and light it up. Talk to this person. Let's check up the upper levels. Patin says also Twisted Metal seems to be good from what I've heard. Too bad I can't watch it here yet. I didn't realize that was out. I know zilcho about that as being like a show or whatever. So I'm not expecting to find anybody in here. This is where Daria was. We can walk around inside pressing X a lot, but I don't really expect to find anything, any person doing that. I know that it's got Anthony Mackie, and I know that people are talking a lot about a clown named Sweet Tooth, and that's basically it. Twisted Metal, never, not really my thing. Nothing against it, but I just never played that. There's work to do, but this is a great start. You got it all. Nice. 1 second. All right, all right. Boom. Nope. Think I was going to stand up? Actually, I was feeling pretty good sitting down. Darn. Now I don't know. Should I stand up and get tired? Should I sit down and get tired? Either way, I'll be tired. Just need to figure out what kind of tired I want to be. Okay, that was the person we were looking at. Look at that. We really cleaned up the old shenanigans list there. Okay. We are going to do a couple things. We're going to do 3 things in rapid succession. We're going to upgrade the boat, and then we're going to drop off not 1, but 2 people at the Everdor. It's going to be just a huge expungement of our passenger manifest. Let's go to the... let's get our upgrade first. It has Will Arnett voicing Sweet Tooth. Light bulb in mouth. That sounds like another stupid TikTok challenge. It wouldn't surprise me, Czar, but in this case it is a reference to the Addams family, because Uncle Fester would put the light bulb in his mouth and it would light up. Apparently he was highly electrically charged. So let me make sure... Well, actually they're going to be asleep, aren't they? Let's make sure that everybody is well fed for where we're headed. Put in some corn. It's amazing that we do not ram this seal in this level of fog. Jody K's got to turn in. I'm going to watch a new episode of Outlander. Jody K, have a great evening. Thank you very much. I hope that we will see you again later in the week. Also, I really hope that your house guest had a great time. I know that you said that he had watched over the cats while you were away. That's a pretty solid thing to do. Think for 1 second. It is now sleep time, so I think that we'll probably just turn in for the night. I don't have anything else that I feel needs doing right at the moment. Zara saying that it's been so long since he's seen anything from that storyline besides Wednesday. Well, it's not like they're cranking out a lot of new Addams Family content. There was the original series, there was an animated series, I think sometimes involving Scooby-Doo, but not always. And then there were the movies with like Raul Julia and Angelica Houston. Am I remembering that correctly? Christopher Lloyd. Thank you for a second. I did want to put something on the stove. Daria likes fresh fruit. That's easy for us to come by. But I would like to put on... Well, hold on. Let me just check my recipe book. Steamed shellfish. Just regular shellfish. Okay. We will cook some shellfish. Probably didn't need to make 5 of them, but so be it. Okay, let's head to our favorite neighborhood shark. Zara's also saying, I think the challenge would have been better than the Angel of Death challenge. Run in front of a semi and see if they can stop in time. Zar, please tell me that that is not a thing. I only just this week heard about a TikTok challenge, which I don't understand the prank, honestly. The challenge was call the police and tell them your friend has been abducted. That's not a prank. That's unconscionable. But like, just... Yeah, Oofibes is reacting in the proper way with 6 crying cheer emojis, but I very much appreciate the cheer. As far as I'm aware, and we now live in an era where people can sometimes fabricate things easily, this was covered by the news that a young woman, either 13 or younger, I'm trying to remember if she was 13 or 11 or something, decided to take up this TikTok challenge and contacted the police by text to tell them that she had witnessed her friend get abducted. And the police responded and issued like an Amber Alert and went out to try to save this person that they were told had been abducted. And it was all the result of a TikTok prank. Yeah, as Zar says, that's not a prank, that's a felony. I don't know why anybody who is of the mindset that they would think that's a good idea would be watching this stream now or in the future. But don't do that. Don't do that. I don't even understand, and please do not attempt to explain this to me. I don't understand what the joke is supposed to be. It's similar to saying, hey, look over there, when there's nothing there, except you're saying, hey, look over there to the police, and the thing that you're telling them is, my friend got abducted. Scramble all the police cars, put out an APB, everybody hit the streets to look for a fictional person that doesn't exist. How's that funny? What's the joke? Sorry, I need to get off this topic. We will now move on. I also want to be careful about being like old man tut-tuts at Zoomer generation or whatever, just because no one's going to listen to that. Whether you agree or disagree, you're just going to be like, but seriously though, Jesus Christ. Jody K is saying of her former house guest, I also have a bunch of his stuff hostage in my garage and house they need to pick up to keep them. Oh, and hello to First Ben Joseph. Joseph, Ben Joseph, I hope that you have had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully good, relaxing, time away from work, time away from stress. Okay, let's go ashore and get our upgrade.
My friend John has been sent to prison. He was a blacksmith. He was caught forging other people's signatures.
Just a weird sense of humor on this guy. Okay, so let's get the Moon Solo. Makes the boat go 60% faster. Okay. And then the last thing would involve XP potions, which I still have no idea how to make. Also, 2 diamonds, so I'm kind of glad I didn't just go on a selling spree of those. Firstborn Joseph did have a great weekend. Okay, we are setting course for the Everdor. Oh, we actually have a stop off at Alt Harbor, now that I think about it. Like, especially now that we're going to go 60% faster. Let's hit it, because I don't remember what it was. Talk to Jabari in Alt Harbor. And our fish is done as well. But yeah, another thing that's cool about App's replay of Red Dead Redemption 2 is that, and again, no spoilers, there is simply more in that game than can be seen. And it's not a measurement entirely of size, it's that there's a healthy dose of, like, randomization that goes into some of the side events and encounters and, you know, stranger encounters that you can have. So, by replaying, you are likely, you know, I think the broad strokes will be the same, but there's likely to be things that you just never got before. I don't know who Jabari is. Would you like to donate all of this to the Hummingbird Preservation Society? Sure. Thank you so much. However, we just got a giant-sized check from Raccoon Inc. They said that cleanliness leads to good commerce. They wanted to see tourists and happy people here. But thank you for your valiant efforts. We'll get this place up and running and looking great. From everyone at Hummingbird Preservation Society, thank you for thinking of our quality of life. Oh, I almost forgot. While cleaning, we found this. It was in one of the houses. You can have it as a token of my appreciation. We'll be done in a few days. Come back and enjoy the view. Have a good day, and remember, always apply the 3 R's. Okay, mill upgrade. If I was to guess, that either mills faster or more likely gives you a wider scope of, like, positions. Okay. Now we will continue straight on to the Everdor, where, yeah, we're gonna have some people. First time through, I was so caught up in the story, I missed out on a ton of stuff. Yeah, like just the hunting stuff, for example. There's like a whole progression chain that can be done that's not central to the main story, but is introduced by one of the main characters, and then you can go get them. Like there's legendary animals to hunt. There's like hunting challenges that I spent some time on. Red Dead 2 was an example of a game where I really benefited from, like, some people that would watch the VODs. There was one in particular, Scrooge McDuck01. Scrooge himself does stream from time to time, and I try to catch them whenever I can. But he was like, hey, here's, like, something about the hunting that I don't, you know, you were wondering about this, and here's the answer. Just super helpful, and as far as I ever saw, was, like, basically never there for the live broadcast, but would watch the VODs, and then, like, text afterwards to, like, catch up on anything that I'd been wondering aloud about and was looking for an answer. I love that stuff. Oh. I think I missed it. By the way, that Days Gone television series, is that still happening? I feel like video game adaptations are like sort of a subgenre that gets frequently announced and then just quietly, it never winds up happening. Because I'll say this, if the people who were working on Days Gone took a look at, like, The Walking Dead and said, oh, well, you know, the whole zombie thing is over, we probably shouldn't do this now, I really feel like that would be missing the point. I feel like there is a, you know, there's a general sort of, like, fatigue with The Walking Dead specifically as a franchise, but I think that Days Gone brought with it a very different flavor and would do extremely well. And also, they should have, what's-his-face? Sam Witwer as the main character. Oh, App, that's actually a really good point with the writer and actor strikes. I'm sure we're not going to get anything for a long time, or anytime soon. That is an excellent point. Yeah, and so I feel like I talked about this some back when it started, but I haven't brought it up since then. Anyone who is, and okay, a few thoughts. Through the very, very narrow set of goggles that represent my view out onto the world, I'm heartened to say that I see, generally speaking, a high degree of support for the actors and the writers here among the general public. I'm sure there are exceptions to that rule. I'm not very interested in hearing from them. This writer's strike, if you take even a passing glance at what they are protesting over and striking over, it's the studios want to have the right to pay an actor a day's salary. This sounds like crazy to say aloud. They want to be able to pay an actor in order to, like, basically have access to their name, face, and performance for eternity through the magic of AI. They want to continue not paying residuals for streaming numbers and stuff like that. It's so wild that the studios and the producers are coming out and saying, yeah, those actors and writers are so out of touch because what they want is to be paid for their work. Like, and that they feel like this is a winning argument. It's wild. So, I, just to set the tone here, strongly support this, I keep, I'm like thinking of the wrong word, this strike, and hope that the writers and the actors get everything they're asking for, no concessions, honestly. It's like the 2013 movie The Congress. I would have to see this. I don't think that I'm familiar with it, The Congress. The other thing is, and this next thing is very selfish, which is, please put this as a distant second. What this means is that the television networks are going to have to cover this programming with something else, which may mean a resurgence of garbage reality shows that I will watch and laugh at very hard. So for me, it comes out as a win-win. But please do not allow that second point, which is said a quarter in jest, as replacing the first thing, which is, seriously, if you take a look at the things that they're striking at, it's like, yeah, these are like the most sensible things in the world. And I would just put out there that if you're out there and you believe that these matters don't impact you, one of the things that's being established as a matter of policy position in the United States and in the world right now is whether or not you and your job should be replaced by an AI algorithm that can look back at your previous work and simply learn how to replicate it convincingly enough that people wouldn't otherwise know the difference. So if you believe that it doesn't impact you, take another look at what work you're doing and ask yourself, how would I feel if a computer program came along that could just sort of fake being me? Because it's not just actors and it's not just writers. It's not just Hollywood elites. It's an argument that's being happening right now in every sector of society. And the only people that are going to benefit from that sort of change in how work is produced aren't watching this stream. If you think that works to your benefit, you are incorrect. Because the people who this are going to benefit are making many, many, many magnitudes more than everyone in this room combined. And that's where I'm going to leave that topic. It's just, it seems like a big damn deal, and it's being fought along multiple vectors. And thank God there's somebody out there who's standing up in a large group to say, no, we're not going to go this way. The air is different. We've reached it, have we not? Then let us leave. I did not feed her. I mean, I didn't have the chance to feed her, but I really wanted to give her some good food. App is saying, brother, you should have a podcast. I think it would... I appreciate the kind sentiments. I'll actually say that very much. I really do. This air, it has this quality. Yes, I understand now. All the pieces of the self that were lost. Well, they ought to be here. You look dejected. Do not. You knew all along, Stella. You had to. Did you think it would not end here? No, I cannot be fooled like the others. The laws of this ocean have no bearing on me. You traveled with me, Stella, and I am grateful for it. Of all, only you saw the beauty within these depths. The wonders that have amazed and alienated me. I hope you see now that I am not to be pitied. Such brilliance is a gift like no other, and I'm happy that, with me, you could glance at it. You see it now, do you not? My transparency, my lack of substance. I am not getting better. Since the storm, every day ribbons of me falling into oblivion. I have lost too much. I am incomplete beyond repair. Below the critical mass required for a continued existence. Echoes of echoes can only last so long. Goodbye, Stella. Of all the constellations, I think that might be my favorite just in terms of design. I think that's super cool. Also, I just want to weigh in. I never once would have thought of Daria as being pitiable when she says, like, now you see that I'm not to be pitied. I think that she was probably mistreated for a long time by Jackie. Yeah, I really would have wanted to give him some food, but... just before we go, because, hold on, let me roll it back. Czar was saying it's basically like the push to have every semi in the country be replaced by self-driving vehicles. Basically remove the human element from everything except for the super elite. Basically, we're working towards a real-life Matrix prequel. And, like, self-driving cars, at least right now, are so far from being safe for public testing, much less, like, put into active production. It seems to me you were quite surprised by my request to leave, and it seems to me you still are. But you have to understand, Stella, that everything is but a meaningless arrangement of atoms. Everything you've ever known, seen, or experienced, fortuitous circumstances. In the universal chaos, humanity emerged, not a tiny bit more purposeful than the rest, but with an incredible faculty, that of creating meaning, however fleeting it might be. I have no inherent meaning, neither do you, but we can create, organize, put in order, and thus create purpose and meaning, transcend the primordial chaos. All of humankind does so. We create machines that are useful to take control, machines like the chair, the one that subsumed me. But maybe, also, that made me truly realize what impermanence means. For our numerous creations only have meaning as long as they are useful. And when finally they are unneeded, once again do they return to heaps of metal and wood and bones, melted back into the universal chaos, stripped of their inherent humanity, and all our bodies and all our minds in a similar fashion. I do not yet know what to do about this. Usefulness is an easy way to meaningfulness, but not a trustworthy one. It vanishes as quickly as we do. And so it seems the only hope humanity has for transcendence is through art. Meaningfulness pulled from our chaotic minds, not for utility, but for its own sake. And after the artist has been long gone, turned to dust, the art remains. And even after the last one of all humans will have returned to the primordial chaos, provided that we have protected it, art will remain. And so it is that art alone is left in our wake, the only veritable form of transcendence to ever have been in our grasp, proof of our existence and of our pitiful efforts to raise from the chaos as some unknown script from a long-gone power. Oh, we're here. Well, well now, Stella. Ozymandias beckons. Let's go. And that will probably be where we call it, with possibly the one exception being heading towards Hummingberg Shrine. Because we can go there, and as we do, it's kind of amazing that the two people we just dropped off at the Everdor said things that were so evocative of the conversation we were just having here, which is when Daria said, you know, echoes of echoes can't survive. Like, she'd said it much more poetically, but she was referencing herself as being, you know, incomplete beyond repair and just an echo of an echo of an echo. That's basically what what AI learning is. Like, all these algorithms out there that are cutting up other people's art and slapping it together, reorganizing bits and shreds from other people's actual creative works in order to create something that is technically different, but only in a bunch of surface level ways. Sorry, I'm trying to think of where I'm going. And as these AI algorithms stop learning from the original works of human beings. Sorry, I've already forgotten the name of where I'm going. Hummingbird Shrine. Right now, they're drawing from the original works of actual artists. And as more and more AI bots are scouring the internet and then churning out this chopped up, reprocessed tripe in the shape of AI-generated art, that art is then available for other AI bots to scoop up, and you start getting copies of copies of copies of copies that are less and less good because they no longer have original artwork from which to crib. It is Hummingbird, right? I'm pretty sure that it is. So that line there, and then what Gustav said on his way out was all about art and how, again, I hesitate to paraphrase everything that he said or to try to like crowbar it into a separate conversation that we were having here. But when he's talking about how meaning is transitory and the artistic works that we create will transcend us and go on to hopefully be appreciated by others in the future, or even by no one in the future, that the art itself is a statement of value and purpose of the people that created it. Well, what the hell is this?
What the? Oh, Stella. It's, you see, it's not what it looks like. I was heck. I'm living here. I didn't have anywhere else to go. I certainly can't go back to that crappy hospital. Not after what happened with Daria. So I sneaked in and this place seemed empty. So I figured it wouldn't hurt anyone. What, it's your friend's house? Well, how was I supposed to know that? Anyway, she's not using it. I bet she's on some fancy vacation, right? Just lounging around in one of her 50 villas. Some people have everything, while us mooks have nothing. So you know what? If she wants her house back, she'll just have to kick me out herself. Yeah, that's it. I'll show her that. What? She's... Oh. Shit. I'm sorry, Stella. I didn't know. I'm talking too darn much again. I'll leave in a minute. I'll pack my stuff and get out of your way. I know when I'm not welcome. What? I can live here? You do that for me even after all I did? It's, well, if you insist, I'll find some spot out of the way. And I really don't want to sleep in the streets again. Yeah, you'll see. I can pay you back by helping her on the boat. Jackie's not a freeloader. I don't need your help. You need mine. Yeah, just like old times. And, you know, thanks, Stella. Thanks, Stella.
Not kidding. I honestly thought that Jackie's story was done. I thought that was a big like fake out, and that Jackie was a gateway to know Daria, and that Jackie wasn't gonna be ready to hop on the boat. Okay, but we are where we were meant to be. Like, I mean, now it looks like there's gonna be something for Jackie. I'm gonna check the blueprint table real quick just to see. Hold on, it would be under housing. Yeah, we've still got some question marks here. But nothing for him yet. Okay, and I'm going to, yeah, save and quit. Now, on our way out, just because people have been talking in chat and I didn't want to overlook it. Patina was saying that, Czar was saying that he used, basically, the word basically a lot. Patina didn't even notice until you mentioned it. Kay is saying, I appreciate Daria's ending here. The ones that don't completely rip your heart up are nice to have, especially after the ones that you do. Well, which ones are you thinking of, Kay? I can't think of any. No, for anybody that missed it, the episode started very early with one that, I'll say this of like what Kay had just said. It's the people that arrive at the Everdor like a swallow on migration, where they don't know why that's where they need to be. They don't understand it cognitively, consciously, but they know that it's their time, and they're going to the Everdor without that sense of acceptance, and they're confused about it. Those are the ones that are really hard for me. And I'm gonna like drop it there because yeah, it's like a whole thing. But yeah, people like Daria or Gustav there, where they took an opportunity to make peace with their lives and peace with their time in limbo, and they're moving forward with a sense of purpose. They are much easier for me to walk that path with, just because it's one of their choosing, not of their like inevitability, right? Like it feels like it's I said it, I guess. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, I also, Kay, appreciate the ones that are like, they feel a little bit more uplifting. This is the way it's supposed to be. Czar was saying, until you started getting farther into this game, I didn't realize how sad this game is. Yeah, it's got a wonderful art style that belies a somber undertone. It's not dark in the way that like a lot of things are like dark and edgy. I'm not even sure that it's dark at all, but it is dealing with a serious subject and is not... It's put a lot of thought into it, I'll say that. Zara's saying we're at least a decade away from anything truly viable in terms of like driving, but the general public, self-driving cars, are so brainwashed they think something will start mass production on within a year. They have no deep how deep the lies are being fed actually run. And like, the thing is, it's not like some wild conspiracy. You just take a look at the investor reports of any company that's been working on self-driving cars, the liability that they faced. And it's not just like other people speeding or like changing lanes unexpectedly. There are self-driving cars that have plowed at high speed into the back of like stopped fire engines and stuff. You know, emergency vehicles that are out there properly parked, lights on, dealing with an emergency, and the self-driving car will just ram into them at 45 miles an hour because the AI doesn't recognize a stopped fire engine of that particular model as being an obstruction that it needs to watch out for. Driving is one of those things that maybe someday, I think that there are ways that public infrastructure could be designed from the ground up to make self-driving vehicles a real thing. And I think that we don't live in that society right now. So those are my thoughts on it. Let me put it this way. If trains still have conductors and engineers that help make sure that they operate smoothly and properly, it seems to me unlikely that cars are going to be the first form of transportation to get fully automated. Trains are way more straightforward and also, by the way, extremely sophisticated. This is not me talking down about people who work on trains, but if you needed something that could be like self-driving and understand at any given moment whether or not its track is clear, a self-driving train would be easier to do. And still, as far as I know, and like I'm sure there are self-piloting trains out there in the world, however, the vast majority of them still have human beings at the controls, is my understanding. So that's just a quick thought on that. Mia saying the discordant notes in this music are an interesting choice. The whole musical score is very interesting, I think. I'm not much of a music person. I can't speak about it in very intelligent terms, but I'm a case of like, well, I know what I like, you know? First Ben Joseph, Czar is saying on that these pushes to end police chases. Like, do people not realize these people are running around and considered dangerous to the public and are trying to be forcibly removed from being a danger? Like, if someone is wanted for murder, then they already don't care about those around it. I'm less familiar with like a push to stop police chases altogether or anything. But I would say that the logic there, like not having known anything about it before this sentence, the logic there is that by inspiring the person to drive faster, there's a greater and more immediate threat to a larger number of lives. But again, I'm stepping into this and I have no opinion on end all police chases. I haven't had time to consider it. Zara said my truck had a collision mitigation system, was slamming my brakes on me on empty roads. So between saying they do have automated trains, I've seen a lot of them in Japan many, many years ago. Japan would be one of the places I would expect to see a lot of automated trains. They seem very interested in modernizing a lot of their public infrastructure. Cars also have an auto brake system for when there's an obstacle built into the cruise control too. Which still strikes me as being somewhat different than a full self-driving car. But I've seen plenty of ads for like, you know, braking assistance and stuff like that, trying to react faster than a human would for the purposes of stopping a vehicle. But they also come with all sorts of disclaimers saying, hey, this is a driving assist, not a replacement for a driver. Believe me, I claim no expertise on this, but on our way out here, I'll say that for a very long time, my job involved a lot of driving, and like, no, it's not something that could have been replaced by like adherence to public transportation, because like the area in which we live is not set up for that, and it was very erratic, very unstable as to where I would need to go on what day for how long. So to try to navigate that, even if there were like light rail service, wouldn't have been very helpful in this case. And I did a lot of looking into self-driving cars, because man, it would have been a real load off my mind and a real like freeing up of time if I didn't have to be focused 100% all the time and like the car could drive you. It's not there. We do not own a self-driving car. We do not own a self-driving capable car. It will be a decade or more before I think that technology is even ready to start public testing. And make no mistake, they're publicly testing it right now. So yeah, that's my lightly informed opinion on it at best. Have I played RimWorld before? Asked Tancrowd. And hello to Tancrowd. I have not. I've seen a bunch of Jason McMaster. I've been interested in RimWorld, but it hasn't like reached that level of interest where it's like getting slotted into the playlist yet. I keep keeping an eye on it for like the various sales, and one of these days it'll hit that price point where I want to like give it a shot, but it hasn't been there quite yet. Anyway, that was a long outro about a different topic. Spiritfarer, if I'll say this, if anybody doubts my level of engagement with Spiritfarer, watch the first 40 minutes of this episode. It was a real ride. Let's call it here. Everybody, we're going to go find somebody fun to raid. Very much looking forward to hoping to get to see some Patikin tomorrow, some Mia tomorrow, and I haven't quite learned the current schedule because I know that it changed for a while, but hopefully App will be on tomorrow and we'll get a chance to hang out with him as well. If not tomorrow, then perhaps on Tuesday. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.